And here we go.
A short time ago, at a congressional hearing on drugs. Episode 66, Some New Dope. It's a time of legalization. Rebel ships, lobbying from a hidden base, have won numerous victories against the evil didactic empire. During one battle, rebel spies managed to steal a secret formula for the most potent dank produced as a ploy by the lobbyists. THC so powerful, 1/2 a toke will drown your sorrows for hours. Potency for one plant to fulfill the planet. Pursued by the evil didactic agents, Prince Havatoke races home aboard his Cadillac Escalade star cruiser, carrying the formula that can save his people and restore freedom to the world.
Don't be too proud of this technological terror you've constructed. The ability to destroy these nuts is insignificant.
Where the stars in this piece of shit?
Broadcasting live from high atop Stonehead Peak in the Blue Mountain Range, overlooking gorgeous downtown Dillsburg, Pennsylvania, it's the Jeff and Dan Show. It's Wednesday, it's 7 o'clock, it's time for the Jeff and Dan Show. Merry Christmas, everybody! This is the one of the Christmas editions of the Jeff and Dan Show. Oh yeah! And I'd like to say welcome aboard the Polar Express. We're boarding now. The Jeff and Dan have reserved the Jeff and Dan Show. I'm sorry. The Jeff and Dan Show. I'm sorry. Should I not say the Jeff and Dan Show? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, fine. The Jeff and Dan program have reserved coach number 420 aboard the Polar Express. So we're going to invite you to come along, and we're going to have some adult beverages, and we're going to mix them with monsters. And then we're going to tell some Christmas stories of old, and maybe some Christmas stories of new. Yeah. Or maybe just, I don't know, just have some Christmas ghost stories, or just catch this place on fire. So, hey, I'm Dan of the Jeff and Dan Show, and, oh my gosh, did I really offend you? Anyways, and sitting over there across from me tonight is my co-host and best good buddy. Everybody please say hello to Jeff and Dan. No, he's
Somebody's been hitting it early. Yes.
That's Jeff. Everybody say hello to Jeff. How are you doing tonight, sir?
I am doing all right, sir. How are you?
High as a kite.
Are you really?
Yeah, you can turn off them annoying fucking sleigh bells.
Okay,
now.
Well, we will eke those out of the fart machine. There we go.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Hey, welcome to the Jeff and Dan Show.
Yeah. Yes, where we have wonderful, wonderful stuff tonight. Tonight, we shall have my two sons return, the ones that we had the sex talk with before.
Yeah, now we get to talk about them with Christmas sex.
Yes, there we go. You ever ridden a candy cane before? Anyway,
well,
we will do a little bit of Star Wars trivia.
Yeah, you got the brand new movie coming out.
Yeah, cannot wait. So Jeff and Dan are going to continue accelerating the Star Wars attitude, the feeling, the flex. We will use the Force in order to bring to you what we love about Star Wars and what the hell we don't know about Star Wars, even though we've been around since the first one. And then we will go and also have some new commercials tonight.
Yay, commercials!
Yeah, so we will be having some fun. We have a ton of new commercials, a couple of new commercials here, and then some from weeks past. So other than that, man, what's been going down, sir?
Well, I have an announcement to make.
Okay.
The Jeff and Dan Show has been brought to you by the letters T, H, and the letter C.
All right.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. Very good.
For our Sesame Street gang there.
That's right.
That's our Sesame Street promo. And we have a new Jeff and Dan The More You Know promo.
There you go.
Do we have any Jeff and Dan The More You Know music?
We do have a PSA music. Yes, we do, as a matter of fact.
Can you maybe cue that up?
I think it's actually mixed in with an actual PSA.
Oh, well, then never mind.
But hang on. I think I can actually manipulate it with this new fart machine that we have.
Le fart machine.
Le fart machine. Let me see if I can find it, though. That's the main thing. Anyway, talk about some other stuff. Let me see what I can do here.
Okay, yeah. I've also seen that all the politicians lately have had to rein in their get out and grope campaigns.
Very much so.
Yeah, I tell you, they are dropping like flies, brother.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's bad. I mean, it is really, really, really bad.
Is it? I ask myself, what did these guys do that was so freaking bad? Like, I don't know. I just kind of can't get that thought out of my head that girls like to be noticed and commented to only if that other person is attractive to them.
Right.
Now, maybe any and all touching is off lines, or is it? Is it okay to go up and grab the elbow of a nice-looking lady that you want to dance with?
I don't know, man.
Bingo, you don't know. We don't even know how to act anymore. We don't even know what's socially accepted.
Right.
Unless we niggas.
No, you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. The thing is, and everybody's a target, man. Everybody is a target.
You think?
I woke up this morning with just like, oh my God, like Matt Lauer, like the one guy you would think in the world who would not be fucking grabbing pussy. And he did. He's apparently done some nasty shit. I don't know. I mean, apparently what it sounds to me like is he had an affair with somebody, and he probably ended it with them, and it wasn't amicable, and maybe they're upset about it. Either way, he did do something wrong, and I understand, and I agree. Maybe he did do something wrong, but to bring it up in the context of, you should be fired for having a marital affair. You know what I mean? Because that's the way they're making it sound, because they're not saying, oh, this was one solid incident or, one real incident that happened just this one time in Sochi while they were over there with the Olympic team and blah, blah, blah. Apparently it went on beyond that. So it sounds to me like it's an affair.
Is the person screaming the one that gave the consent?
I don't know. See, that's the thing. I don't know.
Now, see, where is this all coming from? Where is this all just coming from? And have you heard of, I'm not picking on them, or maybe I am. Have you heard any gay men coming out and exposing any other gay men for groping or touching them?
Only George Takei and what's his name? The guy who just switched teams was on House of Cards. Kevin Spacey. They're the only two that I know of that have been accused by other people, by gay men.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Both of them. So,
all right,
I mean, it is.
Okay.
It's a solid thing, and it's not something that's just like. And I don't want anybody to get me wrong. If somebody did some shit, that's just wrong. Okay, so that's fine.
Well, where do you cross the line?
Right, but exactly. Here's the point. Let's take Matt Lauer for a minute. He went to Sochi. He may have had an affair with a woman. That affair lasted for 2 years, whatever. I don't even know the story. That's just speculation. And it might not even be an affair. Who knows? Maybe he just completely, kept fondling some assistant. Who knows? But if it is an affair, and you get to the end of that, and he says, listen, I love my wife and I love my kids. I can't do this anymore. And she goes, but I want you to love me, Dan, while she's stabbing herself in the fucking leg. You know what I mean? At that point, you've got to be concerned. Hey, why is he getting fired? He got fired today. They found out about it this morning. They fired him today already. I mean, that's the name of their show, but damn. The Today Show. The Today Matt Lauer got fucking fired.
Wait, that raises another question, is when should you be fired for something?
Right. Right.
I mean, if that's the case, then there's some dishwashers I know that should be fired too because they groped some people.
Right. Dude, all around the planet. That's the thing.
Right. I once grabbed a girl's ass, so I should be fired now too.
Yeah. I have in the past inappropriately touched ex-girlfriends. This was the early 90s. This is not when I'm with my wife or anything like that. I inappropriately touched some people out of the blue, and it caught them off guard, but they enjoyed it. You know what I mean? It came back to where it was that everything was good, but that's the kind of thing where you kind of have to say to yourself, yeah, I was kind of a pig then, but that's not me now. You know what I mean?
Were you, or were you just acting naturally? And first of all, we can't deny the elephant in the room. Men are full of cum and they need to get it out.
Right. Yeah, otherwise our fucking prostate explodes.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what do you do?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, there's only so much in the shower you can take.
Right. But here's the thing, okay? Here's the even more important point of this, okay? Let's just take a man and a woman. We'll call them Jack and Diane, just for fucking shits and giggles. Jack really likes Diane. Diane kind of likes Jack. they kind of have a mutual affection for one another. They're going to run off behind the shady trees and do as they please. You know what I mean? If Jack doesn't make a move on her, she's going to feel that maybe he doesn't like me. Maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe it's not this. Maybe it's not that. Or maybe Jack's sitting there saying, you know what? If I even put my hand on her arm, that could be misconstrued as sexual touching. As a sort of a form of assault, which we've already had that conversation about that assault bullshit. But
may I interject
sure,
something?
Go for it.
Now, I've seen women play this game before. I've personally been a victim of it. But
Okay.
no big deal. My life's better anyways.
Right. Yeah.
I was pursuing one girl.
Okay.
And her friend was getting really jealous.
Right.
So she intervened.
Okay.
So what do you think Debbie Thomas sitting in the back of Jack's car is telling Diane?
Probably negative shit. Probably spouting off negative shit. But you know as well as I do, and I hate to put it this way, but you know as well as I do, that women are psychotic. They will think about that shit 24/7. I think I like him. I really like him. He's awesome. He's hot. But wait, maybe he doesn't like me. Debbie told me all this shit about him. But man, I really like him. I think it'd be great to get into a thing with him. Boy, I love cats. Boy, do I really love cats. I love cats so much. But I like Jack too. He's a really nice guy.
After I call Jack.
That's right. I you know, and that's the thing. They're always beating themselves up, which is the worst fucking thing for them to do. Guys are not that difficult to understand. We are like, you walk up, you grab us by the crotch, we'll follow you anywhere. You know what I mean? That's kind of the way it goes. And I hate to put us on such a low emotion or a low mental level, but basically that's really our animal instincts. It's kind of like, you know, I want to bop some
in the room.
Right, I want to bang the chick over the head with a big club and stab, you know, take her back to my cave. But that's just kind of the way what it comes down to. You know what I mean? And that being the case, we're losing that. We're effectively killing that off.
I believe.
By what I just said about Jack and Diane. He doesn't know what to do. He can't do anything. Because now it's misconstrued as, oh, this. So he doesn't want to touch her. He doesn't want to approach the situation because then it's sexual talk or it's harassment. See what I'm saying? You're getting to the point now where if you continue on this path, guys will never say another fucking word to a woman and fuck other guys. Seriously, that's what's going to end up happening because they're going to be like, well, I don't care if you touch me.
Dude, I think you know the humans all too well.
Yeah.
I think you do, and I think you're right. But this begs to ask the question, who's pulling these goddamn strings? Who is it, somebody or what is I happen to think it's somebody, and I happen to think it's a supernatural force. But you know me, I'm the crazy Christian guy.
Yeah. I mean, it could be that. But I want to toss out an idea here.
Yep, toss it out.
Not quite like that. You don't want to play catch with that.
No.
Anyway.
No, sorry I said that.
Just follow my lead here. I think starting last year, it became an issue. It became a thing that got brought up, that people were upset about the fact that people were touching other people or making advanced stuff like that even before Donald Trump. I'm not even going to blame Donald Trump for this one. I'm going to blame this on the people that actually got busted first. Bill O'Reilly is a great example. Roger Ailes is another great example. These guys did things because they're old dudes, they're powerful, they have money, they think they can get away with it. And somebody just had enough and said, fine, fuck this, I'm done with that, and brought it up, and it became a thing. Okay? Now, would it have died? Yes, I think it would have died. But then, then it all got thrown back into the spotlight with the grabbing the pussy thing, which, say what you will, I think that really put a lot of sexual harassment, sexual tension, sexual proclivities, complete and utter disgust that women have to go through this stuff. That whole Me Too campaign where the women were like, I've been abused this way too, which is sad. It's very sad. But it's only sad because I think a lot of it is being taken out of context. I think honestly it's like there's this promotion of guys wanting to be with specific women, whether they're cheating on another their wife or they're cheating on their mistress, or they're cheating on their girlfriend. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? It goes down this line, this really, really shitty line.
How could you possibly be calling it cheating on your mistress?
Well, because you have a wife, and then you're cheating on her with the mistress, right? And then you're cheating on the mistress because now you're stepping out on her too. You wouldn't say the wife in that case because you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you're using your lowest, your side bitch, your side piece.
There can't be any commitment with a mistress, is there?
There is to an extent. Some guys, I think they do.
It's called a cash payment.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't pay him for sex. I pay him to leave. Yeah, I think you may be right. I think that could be but still, you would say a mistress, and
Anyways, back on.
But the thing is, I think it's just gotten exacerbated by. It started last year, and it's just been getting worse and worse until finally it just decided to snowball. And what's happening right now is we are still going downhill. We are still in that snowball tumbling downhill, and we're grabbing fucking everybody we can. It's right into the fucking snowball, and it's this huge human body snowball going right down this giant hill. Okay, and
careful, that may not be snow.
People, you never thought about it. They are coming back saying, "Yeah, well, he inappropriately touched me." You know what I'm waiting for? This is the one I'm waiting for. I only felt it was comfortable for me to come forward now to explain my situation of harassment with Fred Rogers. Mr. Rogers?
Yeah.
I can expect this shit to happen, man. Think about it. Bill Cosby is really the reason why all this shit kind of started.
Dude, you just gave me an idea.
What's that?
No, I'm just kidding. I would never...
Does this napkin smell like chloroform? Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of where it really started, was the whole Bill Cosby thing. And it started bringing up, well, if the dad of the 90s can do it, then anybody could have been doing it. And it led to, because here's always been the situation. This person has power. This person has money. If you try to apply pressure on them about something that they did wrong, you're bound to lose. But with the Bill Cosby thing, it sort of opened up the floodgates. Because it was like, oh my God, the dad of the 90s. One woman came forward. Another woman came forward. Then another woman came forward. And it just kept floating over and over and over again. Are they all, telling the truth? Who knows? The fact of the matter is, there are some people in this world who are heinous enough to try and take advantage of that situation to take money out of his estate, to get it from him in any way that they potentially can. And the guy is getting royalties like you wouldn't believe. Well, not now because they took the Cosby Show off the air, but he was getting royalties, and he's paid from every angle, dude. The fact of the matter is, he started off a lot of this open dialogue. And that being the case, it was a good thing, but it's also a really bad thing. Because number one, you have people that are lying about it. I know they're out there. There always are. Then you also have people that are willing to take advantage of the situation the best that they can. And then you have those people who are really telling the truth, the ones who really have a voice. But you still, even with them, you kind of have to divide them into two different categories. One is, did he just touch you on the shoulder and that's what made you feel uncomfortable? And is that sexual assault or sexual harassment? And the other ones where they're like, he stuck it in every hole that I have. You know what I mean? That's the ones that you want to focus most on with this stuff.
The
problem is you can't separate them.
Kiss me.
Right, exactly. Yes.
Is that crossing the line? Not in my opinion.
Al Franken, I to be honest with you, I think, he might have done some douche move like that. Everybody's tried that douche move one way or another.
Hell yeah.
Not like I wrote a script to do it, but, I might have gone out and been like, what's that over there? And she looks, and then she turns back, and I right in her face. Kiss off, And it was successful for me. Maybe it wasn't for Al Franken. Have you looked at Al Franken lately? Has anybody looked at Al Franken lately and said, that guy can get pussy anytime he wants. He can get laid anytime he wants. No, he can't. He's not that kind of guy. Well, I mean, he can get prostitutes, but that's no fun, man. There's no hunt. It's like me going out hunting for fucking deer, but coming back with, filet mignon. And people be like, where the hell did you get that at? It's like Safeway right over there. So I mean, it's no fun with no hunt in it, and you want to feel like you're attractive, like you're appealing to other people, And there are some people that do that where I just think, oh my God, why did they even do that? There's no reason. Like Charlie Sheen's a great example. I know women would die to go out with that guy, or, he dated porn stars, if that tells you anything. It must have been like, if he can satisfy a porn star long enough, something good. Oh, I just did that and it sounded like a horse. Charlie Sheen Horse Dick is brought to you by, yeah.
And because two companies never mind.
So anyway, let's play a show, a thing here. We are going to be inviting my boys down here. Oh, wait a minute, real quick. Do you have anything else you want to bring up?
Oh, well,
because we can go on about that fucking shit all night. So.
Did you? Yeah, we could. Did you ever load up the?
Yes, I did, and it's a thing at the end. So.
Oh, so we can't do it?
Yeah, it sounds like.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, wait a minute. That didn't sound right. Hang on here. And it is.
This Jeff and Dan public service announcement. The Jeff and Dan public service announcement.
Okay, go for it.
If you are caught in a thunderstorm, get inside. The more you know.
Yes, the more you blow. All right.
Can you load up one more easy one?
Easy one what?
Sound effects, because I have one more thing I got to do.
What's
here.
the other sound effect?
I need a Horatio moment.
Oh, yeah, we can definitely do that. All right. Here we go. We're good. Ready?
Yep. You ready?
Yep.
You going to do it?
Yep.
Okay. Seems that Malcolm died young.
Oh, that's just horrible. Even the Who's turning over in their graves. Oh, wait a minute. They're not all dead yet.
I only know of one that's dead, but...
Yeah. I think it's Keith Moon or something like that.
So, what did Malcolm Young die of? Was it dementia? Or...
I believe that's what it was, yeah. I think they said it was.
That's a hell of a way to go, man.
I know, if you think about it. And he was playing not that long ago, last year.
Yeah, he went quick.
Yeah, so dementia's,
dementia's, well, you know.
And he was in his 60s. That's what really messes me up.
Dementia's an 8 to 10 year killer.
Huh? Oh. Yeah, it usually takes a really long time, which leads me to believe that maybe there was a little more involved in it, like maybe he drank himself to death partially too. I don't know. I'm not sure what the scoop is, but it is a sad loss because, man, AC/DC there.
Yeah, there is no more AC/DC.
Yeah, really. To be honest, I mean, they can get somebody to cover. His brother's definitely going to still play lead guitar, but...
Just change the name to Wi-Fi.
Exactly. We're Wi-Fi. Anyway, so, let's do some new commercials.
Yes.
We shall do... Let's do the new one. Here we go.
Hey, Jeff and Dan fans, this is Jacob.
And I'm Tyson.
And we're with the Jive Turkeys podcast. If you ever wanted to hang out with your friends, damn it.
But, get drunk?
If you ever wanted the feeling of hanging out with your drunk friends but not have to worry about taking them home and cleaning their vomit out of the backseat of your car?
Or how about wanting to experience the thrill of taking a dump in a public swimming pool?
Well, maybe the Jive Turkeys podcast is just for you. Check us out on iTunes, the podcasting app on iOS, Stitcher, Google Play, and CastBox.
We're the Jive Turkeys on Facebook.
God damn it, no. You sound like a fucking waterhead.
Also, check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Jive Turkeys.
Later, fuckers.
You can't see it, but I'm flipping you off.
And now back to the Jeff and Dan show. Take it away, guys.
Yes, sirree. So that's a new one, Jive Turkeys podcast.
I like it. Jive Turkeys podcast.
Yeah, so check them out. Definitely, they told you where they're at. They're everywhere, which is really good.
Facebook, iTunes,
everything. Yeah, Instagram, all that.
Just Jive Turkey it.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's pretty much going to be an easy way to find them too, because although that's a pretty common saying, it's pretty unique, and in the extent that I don't think there's too many podcasts with that name. So just make sure you're looking for those guys, and let's go ahead and play another one of these.
Hey, Jeff and Dan fans,
crap.
this
Hang
is
on.
Jeff.
Not that. This one. Gentlemen, has your wife ever said, next time you shave, try standing an inch or two closer to the blade? Do children run from you on the beach? Does your nose hair tickle your chin? Could you braid your back hair? Does your Speedo have too much bush? Are you hairier than Potter? Do you use up 3 razors to manscape? Your back? Can you only speak Wookiee? And ladies, are you starting to resemble Gandalf the Grey? Has your Brazilian wax become more of a South American wax? Do your breasts look more like coconuts? Considering donating your leg hair to Locks of Love? Does your armpit hair make speed stick slow down? You should come to Hadley Hair Removal Studios because we have a solution for you. Our dedicated technicians have backgrounds in hair removal, tree pruning, and welding, so we know that we can service your needs. Hadley Hair Removal Studio is conveniently located next to the airport right off of Route 30, so no one will hear your screams of enjoyment with our service. Hadley Hair Removal Studio is proudly owned and operated by former Vikings, so we know just what you need. And if you act now, Hadley Hair Removal Studios will deduct 12.8% from your total bill just by suggesting you heard this commercial right here on the Jeff and Dan Show. Hadley Hair Removal Studios. Because if you're not here, you've got hair. Visit us online at www.hadleyhairremovalstudios. No, not that Hadley Hair Removal Studio, but the one in Hanover, now next to Buddy'sAutoRepair.com. That's one of them. We had another one coming up new tonight. So let's play this other one for another podcast company that the guys that we check out too. So.
Yo, check. Are you a lonely fat fuck with no life plan, sat playing alone with your joystick again? What the bloody hell are you waiting for? Join Coaching for Geeks. We've got a podcast, we've got coaches, we've got courses, we've got a community. Coachingforgeeks.com.
That's coachingforgeeks.com. There we go. Coaching for Geeks, another one of our good friends. So, so the boys have made it downstairs. Welcome, boys. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Hi, fellas.
You need to get a little closer to your microphones. Make sure you kind of get to them. Don't get all up on top of them or anything. But
Let's get really close.
no, not too close, man. All right. So, how are you guys?
Good.
Oh, excellent. So these are my boys, Liam and Declan. They are recently changed their date of birth, or not birthday, I guess. Yeah, birthday. We'll go with birthday. Recently had his birthday this past Sunday. Yeah, I was trying to say date of birth, and I'm like, what the hell? Wait a minute, that's not right. Recently had his birthday this past Sunday, so now he's officially 10 years old.
10? Does it feel any different?
Kind of.
Okay. How long have you worn glasses?
What?
How long have you worn glasses?
I don't know.
All your life?
Nah,
No.
like 1 or 2 years, somewhere between there.
Do you wear glasses, Liam?
I
used
used to, like when I was like 7 years old,
Yeah.
7 or 8. But I don't wear glasses anymore, so.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
So.
You ever think about getting contacts? I know you're kind of young for that. You're only 10. But you don't mind glasses?
No, I don't mind.
Yeah. Anyways.
It seems like you mind. Like you don't bring your glasses to school half the time.
True.
Yeah, he's forgetful, just like you're forgetful with your stuff too. So I want to hear
Like
that.
your diabetes supplies.
Yeah, but I do it after.
No, yeah, you eat first.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Right, very cool. So how have you guys been? What's going on in school? Give us the appraisal of school.
What's the last thing you did to get in trouble?
Cursed.
Who did you curse at?
I didn't curse at anybody. It was. I dropped the F-bomb in the cafeteria.
Oh.
Okay, why did you drop the F-bomb in the cafeteria?
I don't know. I don't know why.
Was it, did you want to impress a chick?
No,
Did
not at
a
all.
teacher make you mad?
No.
Were you trying out for the football team?
No. Well, I mean, I want to try out for the football team.
Stay
but
with me here.
Did you, like, maybe you were walking across a cafeteria room and you were carrying a tray of freshly prepared lunch, and you slipped and the food went everywhere, and did you might actually say fudge?
But that's not the word I really said.
Oh no, that's actually last year, I think. Yeah, that's last year.
Yeah, I think it was last year.
So you swore last year and didn't learn your lesson. You just decided to up and fuck.
Just all of a sudden, yeah.
Yeah. This year it was probably like homework or something.
Yeah, I don't like Hallmark either. Well, homework, I can't tell you what to do. I was not a very good student. I got C's. I got enough just to get past.
I'm a good student. I get A's and B's. Sometimes C's.
What subjects do you get A's in?
Science, math. I don't know about social studies. Though.
What grades do you, or what subjects do you get C's in?
None of them.
I
don't think he gets in any of them.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Mostly C's. I don't think any of them.
Yeah, he doesn't get C's. He wouldn't be allowed to have C's. He wouldn't be able to sit.
Sure.
What kind of grades do you get, Mr. Declan?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Bad grades.
You don't like to talk about yourself, do you?
Probably an A-. I don't know.
Do you want to grow up and work for the post
sure.
office? Do you want to handle a gun?
Nope. He wants to work at the carnival.
Do you want to work at the carnival?
Yes, he does.
I'm scared of most of the rides.
He's gonna be a carny man.
Did you just say you're scared of slides?
I said most of the rides.
Oh, most of the rides.
Well, that don't mean nothing. You ever notice carnival workers never ride them? They know where those bolts are rusted through, and they're going to launch people out into. Speaking of which,
there is a ride where the operator's in the middle, and he's like, I don't know if he's spinning around with you.
No, you're thinking of the not the Ferris wheel, the
alien spaceship.
merry-go-round.
No. It's
the alien
like
spaceship.
an alien spaceship thing that you go in.
Oh yeah.
That ride. I'm pretty sure he spins with you.
When you're outside of it just looks like it's going slow, but inside it changes gravity and everything.
It feels like that. It's going so fast because you can't walk forward. I mean, you can, but you have to put almost all your effort into it.
Yeah.
Is all it's doing is just going around,
spinning around.
Yeah, just spinning around.
Yeah, spinning around.
Yeah.
And then there's actually the one that we got on where there's on the rides there's actually
mats
like mats on the back, but there was this one ride where the mats shifted upward. They like went up. So like if your head was like above that mat by a lot, you could have just smashed your head right into the freaking top. I almost did. So
the ride is one of those rides where it keeps pushing you deeper and deeper into your. I guess you're standing, aren't you?
Yes.
Yes.
So it just keeps pushing you deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into that, just sucking you back into the. Yeah.
Sucked him right into there. Yep, exactly. So anyway, so this shit is gone.
That was so random.
I know, right? Yeah, it's crazy.
Extremely random.
Oh, every once in a while we just get some stuff. Okay. And are you ready to run?
The old Mario. The old Mario.
That's right.
I think they should bring it back.
I don't think they should.
Did you ever get the princess in old Mario?
Actually,
no, I don't really. I don't really ever play old Mario. I've never really.
Yeah, he's never played it.
So there's this gorgeous-looking princess out there.
Actually,
that you're not bothering to rescue just because.
Nope.
This bitch. She has the audacity, the gall, to try and have me come to the next castle because she's in the next fucking castle.
One of the only Mario games that I've played is Super Mario Galaxy.
Yeah, you were really good at that. He beat Super Mario Brothers Galaxy when none of us could.
Oh.
6 years
really
old.
Good, yeah.
6 years old.
Yeah,
what platform are we talking about? The Wii?
Oh, Wii.
You weren't even 6, man. You were 5.
Wii?
5?
Yeah, you were 5 years old.
Oh
when
my
you did
God,
it.
I'm younger than I thought.
Wait,
I was younger.
Was I 4 or 3?
You were probably 3.
The Nintendo Wii, or maybe it was the Nintendo U.
Yeah, it was the Wii.
Yeah, it was the Wii.
The Nintendo
I. The Nintendo butt. Anyway, but yeah, so all right, man. So we're gonna do a little bit of Jedi mind training.
Do you like Star Wars?
Yeah.
Yes.
My favorite movie is number 7. If you're gonna ask me a question like that, I already answered it.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Well, all of these
How
are gonna.
old was the stormtrooper?
What's Stormtrooper?
What's his name? Finn. FN 285
2187. Yeah.
17.
2178. 2180.
What is that? Finn. I can't remember. Oh yeah, the black dude.
24?
That's kind of racist.
Is that how you
No, it's not.
remember him?
He's
As
black.
the black dude?
Yeah.
He's like one of the only black dudes in.
I got them trained so well that even if
Okay.
they think they're saying the word black, they think they're being racist. So it's like every little critical point I could possibly put onto them to make them think, am I being racist or not? You know.
Name all 3 black characters in the whole Star Wars universe.
Finn.
Finn.
Yep.
Who's his? Wait. Yeah, Finn. Yeah. Who's his name? The one.
Yep, that's 2.
The one Stormtrooper. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Who's his name? That's it, right there. Who's his name?
And
Who else? Who else
there
is
you go.
black? There's one in each.
Your
of
mom. Oh, get wrecked.
Oh yes, God,
That
You're
would be
a
your
dork.
grandma.
Actually, she
exactly.
is because you're like 2% black, right? Like
yeah.
2% African.
2% black. Yep.
African.
Sub-Saharan African. But yeah. So who? Okay. So you have Finn. That's one. Who was in the
Clone Wars.
Phantom Menace.
Phantom Menace?
She wasn't she like one of the guards?
No. Who was black?
Who was? Yeah, I know the black.
Wait. Who's his name? I know the one guy. He's a Jedi.
Darth Maul.
He has,
Yeah.
he has a purple.
Yes, purple lightsaber.
Oh no!
I can't think of his
Qui-Gon
name.
Jinn. No.
No.
Mace Windu.
Yes, that's
dang
it.
it.
Nice try. Nice
I
try.
had it.
Okay, so now on 4, 5, 6. Who's the only black person?
Lando
isn't he a stormtrooper?
Lando Calrissian.
Calrissian. Yes.
Right over on his
Oh,
screen.
Dan's pulling it up there. What are you gonna do?
He's trying to let me cheat.
I got it.
All right, so I'm going to ask you questions. Here are the answers to the, or here's the questions. And this is for, I will tell you right now, it's in the Phantom Menace. I know you guys have watched that, but not too often. Queen Amidala is the ruler of which planet?
Naboo.
Yes, very good.
I don't remember that.
I know my Star Wars.
Who does Qui-Gon Jinn save during the Naboo invasion? Who does he save? And I'll give you the 4. Anakin Skywalker. Jar Jar Binks, Obi-Wan Kenobi, or C-3PO?
Jar Jar Binks.
Yes.
Oh, jeez, he should be hungry.
You know, right?
I should be nominated to play some Star Wars trivia.
I was going to say Jack Daniels.
What? Jack Daniels.
Isn't he a beer
You're
maker?
nominated. You're talking about the drink? Are you talking about the drink?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, here we go. Boss Nass is the fearless leader of which people?
I know.
Smugglers, Gungans, the clones,
Gungans.
No, he's not a gun.
the Jedi. Yes.
He's a Gungan.
Is he a
Gungans.
Gungan?
He's a
Yes,
Gungan.
he is.
He is. That was me
Nass?
first. I got it first.
Okay. Who builds C-3PO?
Anakin Skywalker.
Very good. You should let your brother try and answer first.
It was Darth Vader.
Yeah, that's right.
No. Oh, yeah. That's
The Republic
shifting.
capital is on what planet? Don't answer it just yet. Do you know which planet it's on? The Republic capital? I'll read you which ones they are. Naboo, Earth, Tatooine, or Coruscant?
Coruscant.
Yeah, very good.
That's easy.
What is Obi-Wan Kenobi's final promise to Qui-Gon? Just before Qui-Gon Jinn dies, what does Obi-Wan promise?
Ooh. I know.
We both know. Come on, what does he promise him?
What are their questions?
I don't
Or what are their...
Does he promise that he's going to kill Darth Maul? Does he promise to become a legendary pod racer? Does he promise to train Anakin? Or does he take care of Padme?
Train Anakin.
Yes, very good.
That's what I was going to say.
Very good.
You didn't say it.
Did you just say?
I'm giving it to you. Dad just said to give it to you.
Yeah. How many blades or sides does Darth Maul's lightsaber have? Yes, very good.
All right, now it's back to normal. I get to answer
Okay,
those.
now we're going to Attack of the Clones. Okay. What is Count Dooku's Sith name?
Darth Dooku?
Count Dooku's Sith name.
Yeah, is there any multiple choice answers?
Yes. Darth Villainous, Darth Gigantus, Darth Rebellious, and Darth Tyrannus.
Darth Tyrannus.
Why would you say that?
I don't know.
I
I
don't
just
know.
guessed.
Wouldn't you actually believe that Darth Tyrannus is the guy who could keep people alive?
Oh, no, Darth...
He's the one that could take somebody that was dying and bring him back to life. Remember? They told him about that.
Yeah,
He said there was one Jedi, or one Sith Lord.
That's when Anakin was talking to the...
Wait,
Count.
the second one. The second one.
I looked that answer up.
What multiple? Give name them again. The answers.
What is Count Dooku's Sith name? Because I'm not 100% sure I know which one it is.
Dooku, a Force-sensitive human male, was a Sith Lord who led the Confederacy of Independent Systems as head of state during the Cold War. Although he was a Jedi, turning from the light, he once served as Jedi. Dooku joined the dark side of the Force and became the apprentice of Darth Sidious, the Dark Lord of the Sith, taking on the name
Tyrannus?
Tyrannus.
Is it Tyrannus?
Tyrannus.
Tyrannus.
Darth Tyrannus.
That might actually be it then, or I might be thinking of the wrong name.
What
Anyway.
Yeah, that's what we said. That's what we said. So we won.
Okay,
We
yeah,
got
so
it.
you got that one. Who is Shmi kidnapped by?
I don't remember that.
Shmi?
I don't know that. Who's
Shmi. Do you know who Shmi is?
Yeah,
No, I don't.
Tell us. I don't remember.
Shmi Skywalker?
the dad? Shmi Skywalker. Oh, the little kid.
Schmuffin's sister.
It's
You almost said it.
I know what it is. I don't remember it. I know who it is.
Who's
It's
Shmi?
Anakin Skywalker's mom.
Yeah, who's she? Who did she get kidnapped by? Who did he go and who did Anakin to return and kill all of?
Boba Fett?
No.
Jango Fett?
The sand,
Killed all your Bubba feet.
Sand
Raiders.
Well, I will accept that answer. It's Sand People.
the same.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
But their name are the Tusken Raiders.
Tusken
So I will
Got
accept
it.
that. I will accept that.
All right.
Who is secretly married on Naboo?
Anakin Skywalker.
And Anakin.
And who?
Queen
Pano something.
Padme. You got it. Good enough.
Padme.
Close enough. Padme Amidala. What is the name of Count Dooku's Sith master? He just read it to you.
Darth Sidious.
Yeah, very good. How many years go by between episode 1 and episode 2?
10 years.
Earth years?
Yeah, it would have to be.
5 years?
It's all relative to Earth time.
Well-
Except for parsecs, because parsecs are a unit of
All right.
distance.
2
And they
years.
made it a unit of
Tell
time.
us. Give us the multiple choice answers.
4 years.
2 years, 5 years, 10 years, or 20 years?
20?
10 years.
20.
10 years.
20.
10
20,
years.
20.
10 years.
5.
10 years is
10
the
years.
correct
Dang
answer.
it!
Want to know why? How you can figure that out?
Hmm.
Because look at Anakin Skywalker's age in the first one, and then look how old he is in the second one.
He's like 8.
He's like a teenager, like an older teenager.
So he's 18?
He's 19. Yeah.
19.
I think he's
So
19.
he's 9.
I believe so. I think it's the
Wait,
right answer.
he raced even though he was 9?
I know 10
That'd be
is.
scary.
Yeah, I think so.
Going
Yeah.
on a pod racer, flipping over or something?
Clone troopers are clones of who?
I know his. What's that do with the jetpack? What's his name?
Oh, you just said him a little bit ago.
Wait, give us a hint. What is it?
Declan.
What letter does it start with? What? I
You
said
just said his name a little bit ago.
Begins with a J.
Oh, no, wait.
Jango Fett.
Yes,
Jango
that's
Fett.
it.
Oh, darn it!
He got you.
All right,
Wait.
you got that one time.
Okay,
and another chance.
don't scream, man. You're blowing my ears out. Who gets emergency powers to send clones into battle? Who in the Senate gets the power to send the clones into battle?
The counselor.
Counselor-
Anakin Skywalker.
Counselor.
What's his name?
Dooku, no. Sidious, no.
All right.
Can you show us the...
Execute order number
Can you show us A, B, C, and D?
All right.
It's a good thing that
name
you've
some
come
names.
around, Darth Vader. I need a pizza.
Name.
And some beer. Make it a 6-pack. Don't bring me that stupid cheap shit from Canada either.
No.
Darth Vader?
What did you say? Who?
It's
It's either Anakin Skywalker,
Anakin, no.
Palpatine.
Palpatine.
Counselor Palpatine.
That's it. You got it.
I didn't say Count.
What else? What other names does he go by?
Darth. No, not Darth.
Yeah, he's a Darth.
Darth
Maul?
Sidious.
Darth Sidious.
Darth Sidious. I just said Darth
And
Sidious
what
a
else?
while
The
ago.
Emperor.
Yes, there
Yeah.
you go.
Oh.
Very good. Emperor Palpatine.
Emperor
Which they don't really say a lot, but that's really what it is. All right, so here we go. We're jumping to number 3, Revenge of the Sith. Who tells Anakin to kill Count Dooku?
Darth Vader.
Emperor Palpatine.
Yes, very
Oh,
good.
dang it. I was thinking of the guy
He's
that
like,
was
kill
old.
Okay,
him, and he
not
has
too loud.
his 2
Yeah, he's lights it.
lightsabers.
He
He's
has
going
two
like
lightsabers.
this to his neck, and he's like, kill him, and then he slits his.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's when he kills,
Anakin.
Count Dooku, but he beheads him. General Grievous fights Obi-Wan Kenobi with how many lightsabers?
4.
Yes, very good.
Very good.
What is Palpatine's secret identity?
Gay hooker.
What's one of his names? What's his
The
name?
Emperor.
What else?
Emperor Palpatine.
Another one. What's the other one?
Counselor Palpatine.
No. What's the other one? I already said Counselor
The
Palpatine.
Emperor.
No.
Leah, stop answering. Darth Sidious?
Yes, that's it. Darth Sidious.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. Who asks Anakin to spy on Palpatine?
C-3PO.
Too many motherfucking snakes on the motherfucking plane.
What was the question?
Oh.
Master Yoda?
No, not Master Yoda.
Nope.
Mace Windu?
I'll think of Mace.
Yes, very good.
I was thinking of Mace Windu.
I knew it was.
He look like a bitch.
What?
That's Mace Windu in another movie.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Sometimes.
Occasionally.
That does
I tend
not,
not
that
to.
does not
Okay,
sound
next
like
question.
a child.
I just speak bad English. All right, here we go. Who declares himself emperor?
Emperor Palpatine.
Darth Vader.
Emperor Palpatine.
Oh,
You
Emperor
got it.
Darth Vader. Yep, sure.
The
Darth
Emperor.
Vader. Of course.
Leia. Ooh, this is a good one.
Luke.
And our fans may not even know the answer to this. Leia is adopted and taken where?
I used to know.
What's it called? Wait, Layla?
Starts with an A. It's
Yeah, good job.
Alderaan.
Yes.
Oh, I couldn't think of
Holy
it.
shit, he got it. Alderaan.
That's not that hard.
I love that meme that somebody created. It's all the days of the week of temperatures from like and 69 today, and 49 tomorrow night, and 39, and then 0099999999. Yeah, it's like the planet gets destroyed in the first movie, in the 4. Okay, and who is Luke adopted by?
Anakin Skywalker? Layla? No,
Anakin Skywalker.
No, Luke and Leia are brother and sister. They
I
get
know.
separated at the end. Who does Luke go to live with?
It's on
His
Tatooine.
Don't scream. Yes, it's Tatooine.
Ben?
I don't remember
Ben?
their name.
I know they're hard to remember because they're only in one movie and they're only there for like an hour.
Ben is
Not even that.
Obi-Wan's
Yeah, he meets
disguise
them.
name on Tatooine.
I know.
Stop
Declan.
screaming.
Jesus.
You guys can't scream, okay?
Or try not to. I'm trying
It's
to.
either Yoda, Owen and Beru,
Owen and Beru.
I knew it.
Calm down.
the
Jesus,
Ewoks,
you know
and
it.
Shmi Skywalker.
I am, but you're overtaking me.
All right, here we go. Okay, stop.
Sorry.
Here we go. No, that's it.
I'm laughing with you.
I know, right? Episode 4, A New Hope. Here we go. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
What name does Obi-Wan go by on Tatooine? You just said
Ben.
this. Yes, Ben Kenobi. That's right. Who does Han Solo owe money to?
Layla.
No.
Layla. Layla.
What's his name? It's the big,
Never
really
get your
big
money,
dude.
bitch.
Jabba Hutt?
Jabba the Hutt.
Yes, he's got
Jabba the
it.
Hutt? Whatever. I said Jabba the Hutt.
Yes, you got it. That's
Can I
close
borrow
enough.
a couple bucks?
Sure.
What do you understand about
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that's it. That dude's got a really cool name too. I can't remember what it is, but
With that little
the thing. Yeah, it's like it's Mr. Something, or it's really funny the name of it. What is Princess Leia's home planet?
Alderaan. I was like,
Yes. What do the Tusken Raiders ride on?
see-through. I'll be not see-through.
Sand.
Tusken Raiders are sand people, but what are the things they ride on?
I forget their name.
What are they called? Give us
Name the multiple choice.
It's either horses, bantha,
Bantha.
dinosaurs, or land speeders.
Bantha.
What are banthas? What do they look like?
They have
like-
tusks. Wait, no, they
No,
don't.
they don't. They're like big blobby things.
They're basically like
They're really
like,
slow. They're like really slow, big and furry.
No, they're big and furry. Yeah, that's true.
And
They're like elephants.
They're slow.
Exactly.
They go really slow as well.
You got it. Elephants.
Elephant.
They look like giant elephants, right? What kind of work do Owen and Aunt Beru do? Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. What do they do? What are they?
Cooking. All right.
taking care of Luke.
Do you know this one,
Babysit.
Dan?
Say the question again.
What kind of work do Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru do?
I do.
Okay, cool.
They are O2 agriculturalists.
Yes, very good.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What do you think they do?
O2 agriculturalists.
No.
O2 go to agricultural.
They're either spies, they're cantina owners, they're musicians, or they're moisture farmers.
Moisture farmers.
Right.
Farmers.
Infamous. You know, oh, sorry. It's a really old song. You guys would know. What does Luke have dreams of going? Or where does Luke have dreams of going?
Potterson. No.
Hershey Park.
Yes, perfectly.
Hershey Park.
Nope. He didn't even know about Hershey Park. He's a Busch Gardens guy.
Well, neither one was around
Death
yet.
Star? No.
That's true. It was a long time ago. In a galaxy far, far away.
Or was it really far?
It was what?
It was far back then, but our galaxy and their galaxy have actually moved closer together. Anyways, the name of Jabba the Hutt's little pet is Salacious B. Crumb.
That's it. Yes, Salacious B. Crumb. Isn't that fucked up?
Salacious
really messed
B.
up
Crumb was a Kowakian monkey lizard.
Monkey
A
lizard.
Kowakian monkey lizard.
Nice.
Oh my God, you can do that.
So where
really
does
well.
Luke? Where does Luke have dreams of going, boys?
Give us
Hershey
ABC.
Park.
Yeah, Hershey Park. We all agree with that.
He had dreams of going
Fishing.
Alderaan, Mars, Medical School, or Imperial Academy?
Imperial Academy.
Yes, very good. Imperial
Is
Academy.
that your
I don't
final
remember.
answer?
I don't remember.
Wait, was he in the dark side by that point?
No.
Imperial-
No. Imperial Academy would have been interesting if he would have gone there. but he
What?
didn't.
I don't remember that.
But isn't that bad side?
Princess Leia tells who that the rebel base is on Dantooine.
The little robot.
No. She's talking to somebody while she's been captured. Who's she talking to?
Han Solo.
R2D2.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Darth Vader.
She's been captured.
Luke Skywalker.
No.
Darth Vader.
No. I'll give you the hint. I'll give you the answers. Greedo, Luke, Jabba the Hutt, or General Tarkin.
General Tarkin.
Yeah, very good. General Tarkin is the guy who was very straightforward about all of his answers. Did you really believe us to think that we would be fools, that we would think that your rebel base would be on Tatooine? Go ahead and kill Alderaan. And the sunny day got worse. All right, here we go. Jumping to the next one. Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Black.
Black.
That's the only movie, the only ones that we actually met a black guy. So yeah, it's The Empire Strikes Black. Let's see. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far dismay. Okay, so that's good. Here we go. The Empire Strikes Back. What's the name of the ice planet?
Hoth.
Yep.
Oh, dang it, I just had it.
Okay. Don't
Yeah,
so
see?
loud, man.
I'm
Jeez.
so loud. Stop being so loud.
What is the furry creature that attacks Luke?
It's like an ice beast thing. It's like Cookie Monster.
That's what it is in the Family Guy episodes.
It is. Really? Yeah.
Something, dark side.
Yeah.
Okay, name.
What is it?
Name the.
Is it an Adat Walker? Is it a Jawa, a Bantha, or a Wampa?
Wampa.
Yes, Wampa. Yep. I actually saw a quiz when I was looking for these quiz words or quiz questions. They had different levels of, difficulty. The one was, which arm did Luke cut off of the Wampa?
Left.
And I'm like, dude, seriously? That's the kind of stuff that just a little too far for me. I don't know. I love the movies and stuff, but I just don't pay attention.
How would you pay? Why would you even want to pay attention to that kind of detail?
I know, yeah, because then the magic and the mystery are just gone at that point.
You would probably be a Star Wars nerd if you wanted to.
Yeah, well, I'm a nerd anyway. All right.
Hey, me too. No,
so, Darth Vader cuts what off Luke?
His arm.
No, not quite.
His leg.
No, not quite.
His hand. His hand.
Yes, his hand.
His hand.
Not his freaking arm.
Oh, so close.
His right hand.
His right hand, yeah.
Yes.
You didn't have to do this.
What mining city does Lando Calrissian run?
Oh, I forgot it's called.
Cloud City.
Cloud City, dang it.
As a side note, what planet is that?
I
don't know.
What planet is it?
Yes.
Your mom.
Give us a hint.
I'm just gonna tell you, it's Bespin.
Bespin.
The name of the planet is Bespin.
We almost got that.
The location of Cloud City is
No, we
Bespin.
would not have got that.
Are we almost done?
Who does Luke... Yeah, we are on number 5, man. There's only 6.
He
so
wants
yeah.
to get done.
Who does Luke have a vision of fighting while on Dagobah?
Darth Vader.
Yes, very good.
Oh, yeah, Dago. You said Dagobah. Dagobah.
Yeah, what'd you think I said?
Dagobah.
Yeah. What is the name of the element that Han Solo is frozen in?
I remember. It's like
The elephant.
No,
You said elephant.
no, I said what's the element?
Oh.
the elephant. He's
The
frozen
element that Han Solo is
the
frozen in.
African
Water.
elephant.
Water.
No. What's he frozen in? What's it called?
Carbonite.
Yes. Very good.
How did you get that?
Very good.
Because Declan, I pay attention.
That's right, man. You got to pay attention. Darth Vader reveals that Luke's real father is who?
Darth Vader.
Anakin Skywalker.
Darth Vader. Darth Vader.
Yeah, you got it, Darth Vader.
Oh, we're not from Darth Vader's perspective.
It doesn't
All
matter.
right.
Perspective. We're
Final one. Here we go. This is on Return of the Jedi, the little Ewok dudes. Who unfreezes Han Solo?
Princess Leia.
Yeah, very good. What is that? What is it that makes Han Solo temporarily blind?
Carbonite.
No. What you?
Oh, temporarily blind.
I'm not even sure of that answer, but
He says it right. She says it while she's pulling him out.
I love you.
No.
Oh yeah.
He goes, I can't see it. She's like, you have blank. It'll eventually pass by, whatever.
Give us.
You have blindness now.
You have, he sneezed, hibernation sickness.
hibernation sickness.
Yeah, see, these are a little too easy when they give the answers on these. Common cold and dirt in his eyes.
Dirt.
Yeah, I can't see. I got dirt in my eyes.
Dirt. It's from the middle of nowhere. It came
That's
from
right.
nowhere. It's in my eyes somehow.
When the Ewoks meet C-3PO, what do they think he is?
A god.
Yes, very good. Who kills the Emperor to save Luke's life?
Han Solo.
Darth Vader.
Han Solo.
That's right, Darth Vader.
Oh, Darth Vader.
Where do the Ewoks live? Oh, they got this totally fucking wrong on here, dude. And I got this from StarWars.com.
What?
Where do the Ewoks live?
On the forest moon of Endor.
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
Yes, but
Yeah.
they have this. They have it listed as Tatooine, the new Death Star, Endor, or Cloud City.
Oh no, that is incorrect.
Exactly. It's the forest moon of Endor. I have a Matchbox that's going to be worth a shit ton of money someday. Probably another 50 years or so, but it's upstairs. It actually says it's from Endor, not the forest moon of Endor, but just Endor. And I'm like, yes. It's like misprinted money. It's like, Jesus, just fucking turn that damn thing into a Mac machine. Okay. ATM. Anyway, okay, here we go. Who pilots the Millennium Falcon to attack the new Death Star?
Han Solo.
Carlo
Luke.
Parisian or something.
Carlo Landgrisian.
Wait, isn't his first name?
Carlo Landgrisian.
Carlo Mencia. Hey, yes, we're gonna take this over here and kill the Death Star homes. You know. Yeah. A low rider. Anyway, yes, Lando Calrissian. You got that right. Ooh, last question. What does Darth Vader ask Luke to do before he dies? Give me a little kiss. Just a little kiss. Just a little kiss. That's all I want. Just give me a kiss. What does Darth Vader ask Luke to do before he dies?
To save his sister.
Eat him.
Well, he did cook him later, so...
What? Really?
Yeah, he burned him. They burned him at the end. They put him on a funeral pyre. But anyway, yeah, what did he ask him to do? Did he ask him to forgive him? Save his life? Remove his mask?
Remove his mask.
Or build another Death Star?
Remove his mask.
Yes, very good.
No, it's build another Death Star. What
Oh,
are you talking
right.
You got it wrong, man.
Let me smell you with my own nostrils.
Next one.
He took off his mask and goes from to...
He's sleeping. No, and it turns out he's been sleeping.
And that is it, boys. That's it for the Star Wars collection today. How hyped up are you guys for watching The Last Jedi?
Pretty hyped.
Are you pretty excited, man? Pretty excited?
Yes.
Yes.
Very good. Yes. As a matter of fact, dude, this weekend when Declan was celebrating his birthday, We watched The Force Awakens. Yes.
Getting all primed up for
I guess,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, got to prime the pump.
I have some predictions for this movie. You want to hear them, kids?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, young men?
Yep.
Luke dies. Rey becomes a Jedi. And she's the only Jedi.
I think that's going to happen.
That's definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
R2-D2 breaks down, suffers serious traumatic injury.
He already has. He's gotten a low power.
No, he's getting a real whopper this time. And there was one more. Oh, Rey and Ren smooch.
Ooh, yuck.
Rey and
They might actually be related.
And well, you know what? Luke and Leia did it.
That's true.
Really?
Yeah.
They kissed, yeah.
No, I'm not. Rey and Ren. That's
Rey and Ren. I don't know. We don't know yet. We're about to find out. I think that's what we're going to find out.
Rey and Ren could be brothers, or they could be cousins. I mean,
I think they're
brother and sister,
nothing.
or they could be cousins.
That bitch
I don't
looked
think
like a
they're
man.
related at all. I think they kill each other.
No.
Yes.
No, they're gonna murder each other. I know.
Hey, if anybody has any need for monster can tabs, man, I have a shit ton of these things. And the gear section is open again. So if you go to gear.monster.com, I think is what it is, or just look up Monster Gear. You need 30 tabs to get things for free and then $5 shipping. And if anybody needs these tabs, man, just let me know. Send me an email. I'd be more than happy to send you a 30-pack or whatever you need. I probably have about 9,000 of them. I know I counted up to like 4,500, I think, so far, but that's a lot of monster, dude.
That is a lot of monster. I didn't even know you could do this.
They won't even support me, man. They will not send me shit. Probably because I like to say fuck a whole lot, but, still. I think a hat and a couple of things that I don't have to pay for would be nice. And I talk up their game like every week and stuff. Oh, yeah, speaking of which, they have a new mango flavor, which is really incredible. Yeah, it's freaking incredible.
Mango!
When are they going to come out with, like, popcorn flavored?
Oh, that's gonna be disgusting. Why would you want
butter flavored?
Butter flavored?
I'll be damned. It doesn't taste a thing like butter, but it tastes like butter. I don't know.
Deep fried batter.
I can't believe it's not butter.
I just go ahead and cook with this monster.
Yeah, exactly.
Fry my eggs.
Pour it out. It comes out real slow and shit. Shit is golden sun colored and shit. All right, boys. I think that's it, man. I think that's all we kind of have for you, unless Dan has something else he wants to talk to you about.
Well, I do too. It's really quick.
Okay.
Are you guys excited about Christmas coming?
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Do you guys watch Christmas movies?
Not really. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
We do.
No?
Sort of.
Maybe. Okay, maybe you could tell me what these movies come from. Teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings. You guys are looking at me like I've got 5 eyes.
Is that from A Wonderful Life?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah, good.
Good job.
It's a 1-year membership to the Jelly of the Month Club.
All right.
Did you know that one?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
The kid.
A Christmas Story.
Yes,
That is correct.
Yes, very good.
Jeez, I'm stuck on. You need to.
Oh, fudge. But I didn't really say fudge. Anyway, go ahead.
Bless this highly nutritious microwavable macaroni and cheese dinner and the people who sold it on sale.
Hold on.
That's good.
Yes, good job.
That was number 1.
Well, you was nightmare. Elves with attitude.
That sounds like it would be from Paper Please.
No, I have no idea what it was from. I just thought I'd be cute and say it like that.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can't. Oh, that's it. Thanks for playing, guys.
That's all you got, man.
Yeah,
That's all you got.
Here's one I don't know. Fog as thick as peanut butter. I don't know where that one.
Yeah.
No way.
What?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah. Too much Coke. What? That was the 80s reindeer. He's no longer red-nosed. He's cleaned up his act. Yes. All right. We good?
Yep, bird.
We're good. All right, gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming down and enjoying. We shall probably talk to you again sometime soon.
No.
Yes, go upstairs. Have fun.
Bye. All right.
We have other stuff to do. As a matter of fact, a couple more Star Wars things, but you guys won't get it. So,
yeah.
How do you know? We might get
because
it.
maybe you can listen to it later. We'll see.
We're playing Just Cause 2 upstairs anyway.
All right, good. Be good. Hey, keep it down. No stomping. Okay.
No.
Keep it down. All right, boys. Have fun. Everybody, that was my boys.
See ya.
All right, man. So I have some. I have some interesting stuff. Here it is. It's Star Wars related stuff.
Okay.
And basically what it is how the movies themselves are screwed up. Like, let me give you a for instance. In the Sarlacc pit that, Luke Skywalker was getting ready to get thrown off into in Return of the Jedi, you will find a new definition of pain and suffering. That was told some other, I believe it was Return of the Jedi, they said about the Sarlacc pit. As you are slowly digested over 1,000 years. Okay? Except that you'll die from starvation much sooner than that, unless the Sarlacc feeds you, and keeping you alive for so long would require tons of food, way more than the Sarlacc will get out of the paltry meal you make. So in other words, he might as well just eat his own shit. And then the mighty Sarlacc is going hungry just for the sake of torturing you. That's not really a thing. It doesn't work out that way. It doesn't work out very well at all. So, yeah. So, you see what I'm saying? So, it's like these things about the movies that are just really, really kind of screwed up.
It could digest you over 1,000 years, but, like you said, you'll be dead long, long before that.
Oh, yeah.
So, you could still be digested.
Easily. Yeah.
But you just...
Yeah. It would be
after
weird. After
you starved to death or asphyxiated...
Yeah. Yeah.
You would be...
yeah, you wouldn't be alive suffering for another 999 years or whatever. All right, so here's the next one. Artificial intelligence is so advanced that droids have distinct personalities. C-3PO being the greatest example. Yet it doesn't seem to be used for much outside of the droids themselves.
What you talking about, Willis?
If you just have droids, like AI and artificial intelligence is only being used in droids. It's not in ships. It's not in buildings. It's not in houses. It's nothing. There's nothing there except for the droids themselves. Smart machines are almost nowhere to be found. Spaceships still need pilots, and computer terminals are operated by pressing buttons. That's true, if you think about it. You can give a personality to a freaking droid, but you can't, create stuff that's automated. You know what I mean? Like, you got a guy over there waiting to pull a switch, T-minus 2 minutes and counting. The Death Star blows shit up. That's basically it. It gets better than this. Trust me. Why does the Empire use very fast and fragile vehicles in a dense forest? Yeah, why do they have speeders in there? Why do they have those fucking speeder bikes?
Again, if they had technology, they would just be several feet over the treetops and scanning.
Exactly. That, and they don't have it. They just, hey, you know what? Here's something that goes 150 miles an hour. We want you to ride it through this dense forest of trees.
Or how about this one?
Yeah.
You sent thousands upon thousands of droids to go check out planets. Yet you sent live men and stupid speeders to go down.
Yeah.
And check. Well, I guess they were guarding it.
Yeah.
But still,
yeah. Well, there's another one that goes along with this. It goes with this one specifically. Speeder bikes, though, would be great in high visibility, low obstacle areas, like a desert or a savanna. But here's the one that goes with that. And this one does make a lot of sense. Let me read it to you here. Why didn't the Empire just clean out the whole forest moon of Endor around their shield generator? Why didn't they just go and fucking destroy all the trees around it?
The shields are down. The shields are down.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to go ahead and do that anyway because now you got Ewoks to contend with. You have people that are under the cover of night able to get to the shield generator and destroy it.
So you're saying just go ahead and let that planet have it?
No, I'm saying just level out the area that you're getting ready to use to put your shield generator on there. That way you can see the enemy coming a mile away.
Oh, just daisy cutter bomb the whole tree?
Exactly.
Log out the whole thing.
Right, turn that bitch into glass, then put on your fucking shield generator.
Yeah.
Think about it. Why didn't they do that? It's like, it makes no sense because now you have to contend with Ewoks who know the forests and are going to fuck everything up. But even if they didn't know about the Ewoks, still the rebel base or the rebel soldiers are going to come down to the planet at some point in time, and if that's the case, or the moon, I guess, if that's the case, why make it so easy for them to hide behind a tree? Why not just level the whole area for 10 miles all the way around it, and then just, if you see them coming,
cutters around the
exactly, totally wipe out the whole area. Okay, here's another one.
Okay,
Chewbacca, Kashyyyk. Wookiee names are such a mouthful. There's so much a mouthful that Wookiees are unable to pronounce them. Have you ever heard Chewbacca say Chewbacca? Have you ever heard Chewbacca say Kashyyyk, the planet that they're from? No. So that is definitely a really...
Chewie, what's your name?
Exactly. I didn't want you to scratch your balls. Anyway, the Millennium Falcon's defense blasters could conceivably be controlled from anywhere in the ship, or completely automated. In other words, you remember those, don't get cocky, son, or don't get cocky, boy, and they're both, you know what I mean, and they're taking out TIE fighters and shit?
Yeah.
Why not just have it completely automated? Or even better than that, freaking control them from some other place. Because, dude, if you're shooting at a TIE fighter, guess what they're fucking going to be shooting back at? You! So if you're right there on the guns, God, that's stupid. You know? Think about it. But then again, I will have to give this one a little bit of an edge because the Millennium Falcon is not meant to be a large a battleship.
It's not a fighter.
Right. It's a smuggling ship, or it used to be a cargo ship at one point.
Freighter.
Freighter, yeah.
Freightliner fever.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll give that one a little bit. So, okay, let's go with the next one here. Mm-hmm. We got stormtroopers are outfitted with full body armor, but they can't even withstand a single blast shot to the chest. So what is the armor supposed to protect them from? Sticks and stones?
Name calling.
But you can't hurt me because my fucking armor's on. It's all good. That is so accurate, though. That and the fact that why are stormtroopers like the worst shot in the fucking galaxy? The First Order, in the new movies, doesn't have the power or the resources of the Empire it succeeded. Okay, the First Order is brand new. It's like a new movement. It hasn't been anywhere close to where the Death Star and the Emperor and all that is. As a matter of fact, they just blew up the Republic's planet. I don't know if you knew that, but in the movie The Force Awakens, that's the planet they destroyed, was the Senate, Galactic Senate, which I think is Coruscant, but I'm not sure if it's still Coruscant. But they blew it up. Yet they are able to build a weapon whose size, range, and firepower dwarfs the Death Star. If you watch closely in the movie, they show they're like, this is the Death Star, and they showed you like a 3D model of the Death Star, and then they're like, and this is Starbase Killer. And then all of a sudden they move the fucking Death Star over, and this big, giant planet thing's like right beside it. Well, how the hell did they get so much technology to be able to build that shit? If that's the case, and you had so much more resources with the original Empire, why the hell did they build this fucking Death Star so small? And why were they only able to make it, shoot all the beams into one giant beam and fire that? Where the Starbase Killer shoots one giant mega fucking shot that splits off into multiple shots and blows up multiple planets. See, that's the thing, We're trying to figure this shit out, and only Luke's going to be able to answer those questions, I hope.
Well, in a gay kind of way.
Higher ground is a fickle mistress. You know how they always say, I've got the higher ground, I'm going to take you out. Well, if you remember in number 3 at the very end, before before Anakin Skywalker ends up getting his arms and legs burned off.
Don't even try it.
Yeah,
I have the higher ground.
Yes, you know what that means. But if you go back to the first movie, you remember Obi-Wan Kenobi was down in the pit when Darth Maul was up there. He had the high ground. Then all of a sudden, freaking Obi-Wan force pulls his freaking saber as he jumps up and then slices freaking Maul in half.
I don't remember why.
Remember when he cut Darth Maul in half and he fell into that pit or whatever? Yeah. Darth Maul had the high ground, but apparently that wasn't good enough because, so it's a fickle mistress, all right. Anyway, let's go to the next one.
Let's go to the next one.
Next one. Okay, the Space Slug. Do you remember the Space Slug?
Refresh my memories.
It's the Millennium Falcon was trying to get away from the Empire, and they go down into they landed inside the thing, and he shoots the thing, and he goes, and everything goes moving.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Just a second.
Hang on.
Hold on here. Yeah. What's going on?
If you remember, they were wearing masks.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, oddly enough, in space they were wearing masks.
Right, they were wearing masks, but the rest of them weren't being crushed or frozen or any of that shit.
Right, they were in that vacuum.
Yeah, so basically when the slug came up out of the thing, you could say, you could respectfully say that, hey man, inside the slug, different situation. But when the slug came up out of there, you didn't see any atmosphere venting out of its mouth. You didn't see any cold or warm air or any of that shit. You just saw the damn thing come out and try and bite the Millennium Falcon. So what the hell's the deal? Why is it they weren't freezing to death inside the slug? Is the slug cold-blooded or what? So,
well, you had to fly into this slug through its anus.
Yeah. In order for it to be a thing, you know.
So, I'd imagine it's a lot like getting a colonoscopy while you're awake.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, not fun. Not fun. Jammed it right in the asshole. Okay, so, yeah, go ahead.
I have no idea how it actually pertains to what we're talking about.
Yeah, but you know, colonoscopy.
You do have to drive into a space slug through its ass.
Oh, you are trying to remind me to take my freaking colonoscopy. Damn it. I don't want to. All right, next one. Carrying a 300-pound cyborg is tough. Remember at the end of Return of the Jedi when he was carrying Darth Vader? Mm-hmm. He was struggling like a motherfucker because Darth Vader was heavy as shit. And he finally put him down in the bay. He put him down, and that's when he told him to take his mask off. If only there was something that could have helped him carry him out there. I don't know, like the Force? I don't know. Or it's like, come on, Vader.
A droid?
You know? Yeah, oh yeah, exactly. There could have been other things, but no, they had to make the shit difficult. They had to make it look good. And there's a lot of times where the Force comes into these things where I'm just like, why the hell didn't they just use the Force? You know, think about it. I know it takes a little bit of energy for them to have to use the thing, but damn, that's just crazy. All right, here we go. An Imperial Walker, you know what that is, right?
Yeah, the one on the Hoth.
Yes, AT-AT walkers, big giant things. Mm-hmm. It's protected. Yeah, an Imperial Walker is protected by armor too strong for blasters. Unless it's down on the ground, then it only takes one shot from a snowspeeder to blow it the fuck up. That's true. If you watch the movies, you'll realize that that's true. Only one snowspeeder hits it and it blows up. And it's like, well, we didn't know about this weakness at all, but apparently it does exist, and there it is. So yeah, those exact same blasters blasted the damn thing away, which is very interesting. Which also leads me to the next one, which is actually kind of the first one. An AT-AT. You know what an AT-AT stands for?
AT&T. American Telephone, American Telegraph.
No, it stands for All-Terrain, All-Armored Transport. I did remember that from being a kid. And those walkers are very poorly designed as armored transports. In a universe where fast-flying ships exist, a walker solution is just too slow and does not effectively deploy troops or have any tactical advantage. That's true. If you think about it, AT-ATs are just the dumbest fucking thing you can think of. Why?
Well, because Admiral Jackass pulled out of hyperspeed way before he should have.
That's right, yeah.
So they were trying to sneak attack him.
Yeah.
They were sneak attacking.
But then they started off 6 miles away with a machine that goes about, I don't know, a mile an hour. Yeah, exactly. It's just they're not like tanks. They have huge blind spots because you're sitting in the head. You can't turn around, so you can't see shit of what's going on behind there. And you know damn well they didn't have video cameras or anything like that. Their center of gravity is way too high. That was proven by the fact that Snowspeeder could take a tow cable and freaking wrap it around it and trip it. So you know the center of gravity is too high. They're very unstable. They're very heavy. They have 3 legs on the ground at all times. Sometimes 4, but a lot of times if they're moving, 3. And, you know, they just, I don't know. It's just like the worst freaking, I mean, it's a good idea because it was scary as a kid to see an AT-AT because, you know me, that's one of my big things as a kid. I didn't like giant stuff. And to see that this giant thing, that did kind of scare me, you know. But it's just the fact that, yeah, it's one of the most dumbest fucking designs ever. Which leads me to my next one.
They all segue together, don't they?
Yes, exactly. If you want to travel by land in the Star Wars universe, you have 2 choices. Ride something that walks, or ride something that hovers. It's true. Ride something that hovers or ride something that walks. Why not just use wheels? You know, there's nothing that in the universe that has wheels on it. It's almost as if somebody just never invented the fucking wheel. They were like,
have not been invented yet.
I want to go from point A to point B, but I don't have anything I can do that with, so I'm going to have to, you know, automatically defy gravity and, you know, go down the way that way. Yeah, it just seems to me like it would be a lot easier for them to not have to deal with, you know, the shit that they had to deal with, especially the walking ones. If, you know, they could just go ahead and, you know, use the wheels, become an ATV.
I am riding this bicycle.
Which brings me to my next one. which is one that you have addressed before.
Okay.
Why do all the Star Wars planets have the same gravity?
Yes.
Regardless of their size, they always have the same gravity. If you're on Jakku, which seemed to be like 95,000 times bigger than Tatooine, you have the same gravity. And I mentioned it before, it really depends on the mass of the planet itself. If the mass in the center is small, then more than likely you'll have less gravity. But if it's a larger mass, then yeah. And usually that's the way it is with planets of that size. Then your gravity will be insanely, like, you weigh like 9,000 pounds. But the likelihood that you could even be in the same galaxy can have, 100,000 stars in it. That being the case, that you would have any solar systems that close to each other that have, no...
It's amazing. I weigh 200 pounds on Alderaan.
Alderaan? Yeah.
200 pounds on Tatooine.
Yeah. I lost 4 pounds on Coruscant when I went there. Nothing changed. And the really wild part, and this is one of the things that didn't get found, I didn't discover, but I've always kind of wondered, is, okay, we know you can travel at the speed of light. It's possible. It's just whether or not you can actually do it. But even traveling at the speed of light, for us to go from our solar system to the next closest solar system takes about
400 years?
No, it's 4 light years, I think is what it is. That's the closest solar system. 4 light years means that you're traveling at the speed of light for 4 years.
Yes.
So how the hell they do that in Star Wars?
Well, if I may have a Hollywood license.
Sure.
And I could have explained all of these Hollywood ways, but just to keep it simple, you would just say light speed, but in actuality, we have to build these Hollywood giant engines that go 50 to 60, 100, 3,000 times light speed.
Yeah. Something and that's what's always been given in the creative licenses, that they have what they call FTL, which is faster than light. Yeah. So, I agree that's probably part of it. And I think
which is what a lot of these are, like the anal space monster.
Yeah, the slug.
The
planet slug or whatever it is.
Even though they were inside the creature, they came in through its ass. The size of the Millennium Falcon got through it. You can't tell me they don't have the space vacuum inside Space Slug.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
they gotta have that
like
vacuum.
you said, they only were wearing oxygen masks.
Yeah.
They should have been pulverized and crushed as soon as they dropped the...
Well, in outer space, you don't actually get crushed, but you do get frozen, and you get frozen very quickly. And here's the weird thing. I was doing some research on this not that long ago for a project that I was working on. Not a collegiate project, but just something for fun. And I found out that you can live in space for 45 seconds before you're completely dead.
Is that right?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I always thought it was instantly like your brain exploded. You're like, you see a lot of movies where they're fucking get a hole in their suit and their head goes and it blows up inside the suit.
Houston!
Right. Houston, we got a blow! Yeah, one of those deals. But that's not really the way it is. And a lot of sci-fi nowadays gets it right. You go out, you take off your mask or whatever, and you're there in outer space, you start to freeze. Your body just starts to freeze.
So that's what it is? What do you feel?
Well, you'll feel extreme pain. It will be very, very, very painful, because what happens is your body, even though you're trying to expel all of the CO2 that you have in your system, your body still retains some CO2, and apparently when that CO2 gets frozen too quickly, it pops.
Bender.
Yeah,
the bends.
Yeah, kind of like that. Except it really is just does not like to be frozen too quickly, because when that happens, it'll start popping little explosions all through your body. So yeah, it does kind of hurt. But up to 45 seconds, you're okay. Somebody can literally come and get you out of floating around at 32 seconds or whatever and pull you back in.
Well, depending where that CO2 was and how long it took for them to get you.
Right. Well, that's the thing. And one movie, they kind of an old 80s movie or whatever, they said, just take a deep breath. Because if you take a deep breath, it'll hold your oxygen in and push the carbon dioxide deeper into your system, and it won't be exposed to the cold until far after you're dead. You know what I mean? Like, you've frozen down within 2 inches, your brain's completely frozen, your heart's frozen. You're not going to feel anything. Then I also saw another movie that was more recent where they said just breathe all of your air out. Just go. Because what they're thinking is you're going to try and get rid of all the CO2 that you potentially can, so it doesn't cause your body to get fucked up.
Do either of these work?
But I don't know. I haven't tried it.
Why in the movies? Why were they telling them to do that?
Because they had to jump from one area to another area.
Oh, they were expecting to survive?
Yeah, they had to go out an air dock, one of the like areas that they can load cargo or whatever, and then they had to fly around to the other side, get to the doorway, and somebody was going to open it up from the inside and make it so they could get in. Yeah, and then she said, I think it was a she. She said, breathe all your air out.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. So, yeah, I was breathing it all out with smoke and everything. So that's one of my things. One of my stickler things is why the hell there's gravity. Okay, here's a couple more just one things. Halfway across the galaxy, pain and sadness overcome Leia at the exact moment Han Solo dies. In the movie, you actually see her, like they cut from where they're at on the Starkiller base, and they go back to where Leia's at the Resistance, and she goes, and then she sits down. Much in the way that Obi-Wan Kenobi did the same thing when Alderaan blew up. Remember, he said, I felt as though a billion people screamed out all at once and then were silenced. You know, and that's, yeah, her exact thing. She could feel that, okay? But she needs a map to get to her twin brother. That's right. That's true, you know. I can feel my husband, but I don't know where the guy's... Yeah, my ex-husband. But I don't know where the fuck my brother's at, the one that's biologically tied to me, and we both have the same force powers. Dude, I already put it up on freaking Instagram. That's going to be like the saddest fucking moment. You know, I got really mushy and teary-eyed when fucking Han Solo bought it, but when Leia dies, man, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Is she gonna die?
Yeah, she dies in this.
They're gonna kill her character.
Yeah, they have to. Yeah, she's dead for real. So yeah, they can't put her in. But they said it's really nice the way that they did her justice is what they're saying. That's what Mark Hamill says. And Mark Hamill's not the one to fuck around. He'll tell you, you know, if he likes something or he doesn't like something. Like, he can't stand what they did to Luke. He's like, he was really literally going to tell them, look, I'm done. I don't want to do this shit. This is not the way Luke would be. But apparently they had other thoughts. So apparently he's going to be a dick of some sort. Which really kind of sucks if you think about it. Okay, so a couple more here. With a front-facing viewport and huge panels on the sides, TIE fighters seem to be designed to give the pilot as poor visibility as possible. It's like fucking blinders on the side of your head. If you think about it, it's like this, and you're looking at it and going, wow, they have this whole view area right here, and that's it. So it's whatever I'm pointing at. Yeah. So that does make a lot of sense. I've always liked TIE fighters, but I always thought the interceptors were the best. That's the ones that had like the ones that went down, you know, like looked like hexagons or octagons on the sides, and then they went down real far and became points at the front. They're really cool looking,
kind of like Vader's.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, his was a it had a specific name to it, like a standard or a special something.
I had his spaceship as a toy.
Yeah. TIE bombers was the other really cool thing too. Was it was two round things that people were sitting in, and then the hexagons on the side or whatever.
One that could fly but couldn't see, and the other one to bomb that he couldn't see.
Exactly. We're all fucking blind. Who cares? So we know that in the Return of the Jedi, the Emperor was the one that ended up feeding them the information. It fed the rebels the information about the Death Star.
I gave them the information that they needed so that we can finally destroy those pricks.
You know, so he gave them the information. Why didn't he just give them the right coordinates but the wrong schematics for the Death Star? He's the one that gave them the information about, hey, if you fly down this little hole here and continue down, you're going to get to the middle and you're going to blow that shit up. And then you're going to have to fly like a bitch to get the fuck out of there. But, you know.
Is that true?
Yeah. He gave them the information. He says, at the beginning of the Return of the Jedi, he says he's the one that planted the information so that they would show up. And then they would take care of them. They would destroy the whole fleet, which is the reason.
End to this rebellion.
Right, exactly.
And then we could have tea.
And then that's the reason why I heard it's a trap. That's the reason why it was.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
What is that in the toilet, General Akbar? It's a crap.
It's a crap. It's a crap.
Oh my God! Turn around. It's a crap. All right.
The shields are down. The shields are down.
Yeah. So I got one more for our Star Wars fans out there, and this one's pretty interesting. Han, Leia, and Chewbacca, all rebel soldiers, think Lando was a selfish coward for selling them out to the Empire. Okay? So they think he's a real dickbag for selling them out and bringing Darth Vader into it. But it was to protect the millions of civilians that were under his rule. He did have a lot of people in the Cloud City. You'd think Leia, at least, would sympathize with the fact that he had to do that, especially after what happened to her home planet of Alderaan. She would have, been like, oh yeah, I see you got all these people that you want to protect. Oh yeah, that's cool. If Lando's actions prove anything, it's that he's no longer the self-serving crook he was when he won Cloud City, and has actually grown to take his job as a leader seriously. Think about it. And just be like, sorry for doing my job and protecting the innocent. Fuck you. Fuck you very much. One of those deals. So, it makes a lot of sense.
Nigga, I just made a deal to keep the Empire out of here forever.
The only black guy in the whole fucking series at that point. It's just really weird that we would avoid that for the very first movie. There was no black dude. It's crazy. What the hell, man? Anywho...
A long, long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, before we created black people.
Yes. So we shall continue on. We shall continue on with more of our Star Wars information, fuck fest, whatever you want to call it. Until the Last Jedi comes out in December, which is only another 2 weeks away. I'm so stoked.
I'm so stoned too.
I'm so stoned.
Well, folks, ladies and gentlemen, if you do want to participate in this year's Jeff and Dan Star Wars opener, you want to come out and hang out with Jeff and Dan, drop us a line at jeffanddan.com.
Yep.
Or wait, jeffanddan at jeffanddan.com.
Or visit jeffanddan.com.
Drop us a line. We are going to try to make this free tickets. And when does the movie come out again, Jeff?
It comes out on December 15th, but we are shooting for the 14th, which is the night before.
How are we going to do that?
Well, they usually give it away.
Camp out.
Give it away now. Which is, it should be interesting. I don't think we'll have to camp out. The last time I was there for a very highly anticipated Star Wars movie, it didn't sell out that night. So that was good. There were a lot of people there, but there weren't, shit tons. But anyway, we can tell you exactly where we're going to go, which is really cool because you'll probably be able to get a seat and see it the night before. So that is a Thursday, December 14th. Anyway, what? We will release details next week of the Jeff and Dan Star Wars party. Yes. But mark your calendars now for it might be December 14th or 15th or 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, it could be any of that shit. Any one of those days. That's right. Anyway, up to the 24th. But the official release date is the 15th. Yes, and we will be celebrating the wonderful, beautiful life of our good friend from the Star Wars films, Guido. And Guido will be having a little bag promotion to help you enjoy the movie a little more if you wish. But if not, hey, it's all good. Guido brought his bong. I know. I got to get the money over there to him. What do you mean it's not enough? Shut up. Han shot first, damn it. Anyway, but yeah, so that's it. We shall be talking a little more about Star Wars throughout the next couple of weeks. So no big deal. Unless you want to make it a big deal, then it's all good. But you would have to be in the South Central Pennsylvania area. We are not traveling. We're not bringing people in. So you'd have to be able to get down here pretty close to the Maryland border. But yeah, man, we'd love to have a fuck fest with all of you. Hopefully, it's women. No, I'm just kidding. I'm happily married. Anyway, I think that should be fun. We should have a really good time with that. And but we just need to know who's coming along and who's not. So let us know as quickly as possible. Sir, do you have other things? I do have one thing. Okay. Would you like to hear my Christmas wolf? I would. Holidays! Your Christmas wolf. That was my Christmas wolf. Yo, did you hear recently Sean Puffy Combs changed his name again?
I think I did hear something about it. What was it?
Yeah, he changed his name to Brother Love. As in, man, that brother loved to change his name. You know what I'm saying? Puff Daddy, Dad Sean Puffy Combs, Puff, Puffy, Puff the Dragon. You know, he was never Puff the Dragon.
Was he ever Puff Diddy?
No, I don't think Puff Daddy, I think is
Puff
what it
Daddy?
was. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was Diddy. Yeah, I think it was Diddy at one point.
How about 50 Cent? How many times has he changed his name?
Never.
50 Cent.
Oh, it's always just been 50
2
cents.
quarters.
Yes.
Half a dollar.
To 4 bits. You know what? It's funny because I found out, even though that thing we do is called shaving a haircut 2 bits.
Yes.
That's what that's called.
Yes.
And I had to look it up. I'm like, what the hell's a bit? Apparently 2 bits equals a quarter.
Oh.
So I don't know how that works. I can't figure it out.
12.5 cents. Yeah, I need a 12.5 cent piece.
It would have had to have been something really weird.
You know, they used to at one time like take a penny and they would cut it like into 6 ways or 8 ways.
Yeah.
And if you needed something that cost less than a penny, well, there you go.
Oh.
I thought that's what they did.
I don't know. I never heard that. But, I mean, it's a good possibility. Who knows? I mean, there was always periods in time. Now, in England, they did it differently. They actually have stuff that was like a half penny. They call it, I think it's a half pence or something to that effect. But yeah, it's interesting how our money works here. Because you think about it, our change is a dime, which is good. A nickel's good. Penny's good. Then you get a quarter. And you're just like, okay, why did you make that weird jump? Okay, well, let's just shoot for shits and giggles. You wanted to have 4 of those to be able to equal the next big dollar amount or what have you. So why don't we have a $25 bill? No, we had a $20 bill. Dude, it's this kind of stuff that just makes me look back at American history and go, how stoned were they?
Well, you said it. Well, no, maybe you didn't actually say this. Maybe you thought it. But the money... The person that didn't want paper money is now the president on a $20 bill.
Yeah.
One of the most commonly used pieces of paper we use.
Exactly. And then they pick some arbitrary people to be on the other shit. Like the $1,000 bill has Grover Cleveland. Tell me, what the fuck did Grover Cleveland do to be able to get his fucking face on a bill?
Have a name like that?
I guess. That would be the only thing I can think of. Is people are like, we need something that's stoic. It's got to have a very historical ring to it.
Willard Fillmore just does not sound right.
Exactly. And Sam Adams is only as good as a beer. Let's go with Grover Cleveland. Fucking A. Another really good one, and this is another fact, for the longest time, we had one that was on there that wasn't a president, and we still do. But
we still do.
Yeah, Ben Franklin.
Yeah.
And it's like, a lot of people are just like, well, I've actually heard people say, well, President Franklin, motherfucker. Unless you're talking about FDR, that's really kind of the only thing it could potentially be. FDR would be Franklin, But Ben Franklin was only ever an ambassador. That was the most he ever held in high esteem when it came to being a politician.
He wanted the guy wanted some dead presidents. So I gave him everything I had, but I kept the hundreds.
Let's put his name on those. Nice.
Let's really confuse the American people now. They don't even read history class. Pay attention to history class.
Right. The biggest denomination dollar bill. Do you know what it is?
The biggest denomination dollar bill?
Yes.
I think
of all time, of any time that we've had bills.
I think there was one that was 100,000.
I believe you're right,
but I'm not sure anything about it.
You
talking U.S. money?
Yes, only U.S. money, the largest denomination of U.S. money ever. And I believe you're probably correct. I think it was a $100,000 bill. Although I think they did not put in circulation $1 million bill, but we'll see. You'll find out. You will type and Google.
Here we go.
We shall see.
The largest denomination Federal Reserve note.
There
you go. We can talk about that all night.
Yeah.
Ever issued for public circulation was the $10,000 note.
10,000. That's what.
On July 4th, 1969, the Federal Reserve and the Department of Treasury, in cooperation with local authorities, has brought this sound to alert you to.
Huh?
Treasury announced that banknotes in denominations of 500, 1,000, 5,000, and 10,000 would be discontinued due to lack of use.
Wow. Yeah. Did you say there was a 5,000?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
A 500, a 1,000, a 5,000, and a 10,000.
Wow.
Okay, and one of the Roosevelt is on the 100,000.
Oh wow.
No, Wilson. Sorry. Wilson.
On the 100,000 or 10,000?
100,000.
Oh wow.
Who the hell is he?
I don't know, man. Woodrow Wilson. He was a dick.
If you had one of these $100,000 bills,
yeah.
Do you know how much shit you would have to go through to get it cashed? First of all, ain't nobody going to believe you.
Right.
And when somebody does believe you, they're going to think you're a crook.
Yeah. They're instantly going to automatically think, this guy's not on the up and up. And that's the reason why everybody keeps it at $100 bills. Although I have seen the $1,000 bills before. I've had some in my hands, as a matter of fact.
Was that right?
Yeah. Believe it or not. It's I had a chance. I did the $500 bills, though. I don't remember those. But I do see I've seen and felt the $1,000 bill. And I believe the $5,000 bill, now that I think about it. But I don't know, man. I'm not exactly sure.
I am not exactly sure.
Yes. Here's a good question for you.
I'm up for a good question.
All right. Why the hell do we say good morning? Why is that an opening salutation? Why do we say good morning? Why don't you just say morning? You know? Morning. And some people do, because it ain't good till you had your coffee. But, but that's the thing. Why would we even say that to someone?
I think like a lot of things in the English language, it was shortened down to like good day.
Yeah.
Good day is another greeting, but I'm only guessing. It only makes sense in my twisted mind. It is actually shortened from I bid you a good day, sir.
Yes. Yeah.
I bid you a good morning.
I said good day. I said good day. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm thinking so it was just shortened down to good morning.
Yeah.
Because every generation gets lazier. The generations that was born in the 1900s. Let's just shorten this down to good morning.
Yeah.
And then generation our kids are GM.
GM, folks. Yeah. You know what? It's funny, though. There's a lot of things like that, though, that we have, even in the English language, but they have in other countries, too, that we typically do that doesn't make much sense. I'll give you a great example. The other day I was explaining to my boys, and I've always kind of raised them with manners to try and make them chivalrous, at least in some manner. And I was explaining to them if they were walking down an aisle, let's say in a grocery store, and someone is standing in the aisle and you need to pass them. If you pass behind them, there's no need to say anything to them. As long as they're not, getting in your way, basically you don't have to say anything to them. But if you have to walk in front of them, blocking their view momentarily, you need to say, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck do we say excuse me? What I'm trying to say is, why don't we say something like sorry for obstructing your view, or sorry about that, or you know what I mean? Why do we say excuse me?
Well, there again, I think it is shortened down for please make an excuse for me to pass in front of your presence, sir.
I could see that. Or I was actually thinking, excuse my ignorance in passing before you, or excuse my need to stop you from what you're doing in order to make it past you. So, I mean, I understand that of it, but it's just very strange that we've always continued, that we've always, just gone with excuse me. Because excuse me is usually an intro salutation, not something we say at the end of something.
Excuse me.
Right.
Well, that's one of those words that we hear and use long before we even know what it means. Like, you teaching kids manners, or they even hear the adults use the word excuse me, then they'll even be cute. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
And they don't even know what the word excuse means.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. They have no concept of what it means. They just know that somebody said it. And at some point in time, they gain the knowledge of this is what it means. Now I get it. Now I understand what it means. Now I know why I say it. There's still stuff that I do on a daily basis. Like stuff like say excuse me, that I just think, God, it's just so well ingrained in my head. I never stop to think about why I actually say that. You know, another really good one is, as a matter of fact, I just said it. You get finished, working with someone, or you get finished. You're getting ready to leave them, or they're getting ready to leave you in a retail situation where they've paid for their stuff and they're getting ready to walk away, and you say, "Have a good one."
Yeah, this is that's one of my personal pet peeves.
Yeah,
and I don't know why, because I say stupid isms too.
Yeah,
but have a good one.
Yeah,
a good what?
Yeah,
a good dick.
Have a stiff cock.
What, have a good sandwich?
Yeah.
What? Have a good what? You too lazy you can't say day, motherfucker?
That's right.
I bet you're just having a bad day.
Yeah.
Go home to your bay.
Same amount of same amount of letters, same amount of everything to make it between day and one. Have a good day. Have a good one. Yeah. I've always kind of been, I used to say that a long time ago, and then I got to the point where I was like, why the hell do I even say that?
I was just thinking today, and maybe it's because I'm getting old and I don't have the need to do this, but I see it with young people, and I am going to sound terrible when I say this, but I don't mean to. There's a need to sound cool at a certain age.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, instead of saying, "Can I have some money?" you want to sound cool.
Right.
Like you're hip.
Right.
Yo, slide me some ends.
Yeah. Give me some daps. I need some stuff. Give me some ducats. We used to call it ducats. Give me some ducats.
Play some tunes. Why don't you just say music?
Exactly.
But and myself included, I guess that was a way of sticking out or trying to impress other people or just being creative.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
There's got to be some reason as to why we do the things that we do. But I tell you what, I was 15 years old, and I had spent the night over at a friend's house. We were doing some type of, I don't know, we were doing something with guns or something. I don't remember what the fuck it was. It was something weird. But the guy and his father took me home the next day, and they were dropping me off, and I said, "Thanks again." And he stopped me, his father stopped me and said, "You didn't tell me thanks the first time." Dude, I shit you not, ever since that happened, I was like, I've always examined what I do. You know what I mean? When I say something to somebody. Not the ingrained stuff, have a nice day, blah, blah, blah. Nothing like that, or excuse me.
Right.
But I just take a look at other stuff that I say, and I think to myself, am I saying the right thing?
Was it really? Yeah, yes. And a lot of people don't.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. We're like, yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. It's all good. So I took one of the business ideas that I came up with. Mm-hmm. I don't think I ever played it on the show, but I have officially entered it into an entrepreneurial startup competition at the university.
Let's hear about it.
I cannot tell you about it.
Oh. Why? You sworn to secrecy? Or?
Kind of, yeah. Okay. Because it's one of those things where if you release it, somebody gets a hold of it and tears it up, then you get a fucking, But I will say that it has taken off, man. Believe it or not. It's one of these Jeff and Dan business ideas. And I told them about what it was, and it's just gone straight up like a rocket. And I'm like, that's so wild.
You think maybe it really has got some serious potential to win?
I think it does. As a matter of fact, the lady who's doing the checking everything over, she's kind of like our guidance person. She's just been like, it's a really good idea.
I strongly suggest you remove the deets yourselves.
Is that what she was like?
No, she's actually pretty cool and laid back. Yeah, she's kind of nice. But yeah, she's totally hip on the idea. She's like, I think it's great. And I almost, and I hate to say this out loud, but I almost get the vibe from her like, you guys have got to get this going because I know this is going to be the winner. You know what I mean? I get that kind of vibe from her. Now, I could be wrong. She might just be, have a regular vibe, and maybe that's her excitement behind it or whatever. But yeah, I get that vibe from her. Like, she's saying, you know what, dude, you guys have to get into this game and get your shit straight. As a matter of fact, she said, but she did it for kind of a couple of people. But
are you behind?
Yeah, we were behind on submitting some paperwork. And as a matter of fact, I got to work on some of that tonight. But yeah, it's just very wild that we, like, you know, might have an opportunity. And dude, if it takes off and it goes where I think it's going to go, then, you know, I think we may I may just be like, hey, you know, Jeff and Dan came up with that. So yeah. So.
I know. Give credit to you, man. You came up with it.
Yeah,
it might have been on our show, might not have been, but
yeah,
it's your credit, man.
Yeah, but I just thought it was really, really wild that, you know, somebody actually took it and went, you know, wow, this is really cool.
Well,
so I'm going to continue.
You and I, you separately, me separately, together, we have come up with some very good business ideas.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately, we've never had any capital to do anything with them.
Right, exactly. And that's been the really big problem is, yeah.
Okay.
But I pitched a couple of ideas before it, ones that weren't on the list of stuff that I put down for the Jeff and Dan show. And everybody was kind of like, I don't know. So then I finally said...
What did you pitch?
Like, I pitched the one where I come up with an idea where you have... as a matter of fact, I don't even know if I read it on the show, because it's showing that I haven't. Where we would create an application for phones, and then you could install the application on your phone, and what it would do was allow you to record your voice and take dictation or notes, and then store those in the cloud. So basically, they would go to some server somewhere and sit on there. And then what happens is, anytime you go someplace, it automatically marks that you're there. Okay, in the app. Let's say I go down to Johnny's Bar, and I'm enjoying some bar grub and some beer. So I say into my app, I say, you know, Johnny's Bar, love the place. You know, got some of the best cheeseburgers here. Don't eat the onion rings. Okay. It'll not only take that information and store that, but it will dictate all that stuff. It will change it into the words that it's supposed to say. It's very much like text to speech, you know, or no, speech to text dictation. And it's very simple to do now because phones have gotten really good at that. I mean, they still kind of suck, but, you know, I mean, they're getting better.
They always slip up on numbers.
Yeah.
And words like two.
But that's
two and two.
That's the great thing is you'll have both backups. You'll have the text version and you'll have you actually saying it. So you can play back either one of them. But the thing is anytime you go to this place, a notification pops up. So if I go back to Johnny's Bar or Joe's Bar or whatever the fuck it is, I can't even remember. See, that's why I need the app. But if I go back there, its locations details is on. So when you get there, it automatically knows that you have something that you've put there before. So then what it does is it pops up a notification and says, you've been here this many times, and this is how many things you've said about it. And it shows you those things. You just click the button, go into the app itself, and look and see what you've said and done about it. And then they basically, that can be done for anything. And then you would classify each of those things as restaurant, hotel, motel. See what I'm saying? Like you give them little genres, I guess, of or categorizations of what they are. And then, yeah, you'd have that on the spot anytime you need it. And then, this is the cool part about it. I don't know if you've had people come to you, but I've had people come to me and say, I'm going to be in the York area. Chef Tammy, she asked, I'm going to be in the York area. Where do you suggest to eat? Well, if I had that app, I'd be able to say, hey, look, here's my weighted, list of stuff that I really, really loved. Let's go through that app real quick, or those restaurants or whatever real quick, and here you go, and give us some information. It's got tons and tons of possibilities. But the thing is, I just don't have the coding knowledge. I could get it, but I don't want it. I really don't want to sit down and figure that shit out anymore. I want to be able to do websites, create the really cool shit that you and I use, and that's kind of it. I don't want to have to do anything more. Because I got way too much shit on my plate as it is right now. Yes, and then I'm adding more now, too. What a dork.
All right, way to go, man.
Yeah, I'm going from 4 classes to 6 classes.
Yay. Yeah. When do you start that?
After the new year, yeah.
Okay.
New Year's resolutions, man. I know what mine's going to be.
Time management?
Lose 30 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
You could do that.
Well, it's with me, it'll be, I plan on losing 30 pounds. So I have 45 pounds to go. Yeah, because that's just the way it is for me. After the New Year's, I'm like, ooh, eclairs. I can't pass eclairs up. Oh shit, is that fucking cheesecake? Oh, you prick, give me that. Yeah. So.
Well, who does the cooking? You all take turns, don't you?
Yeah, for the most part. I know how to cook pretty much anything though.
Who buys the groceries?
We kind of both, my wife and I do. We get the girls to go out every once in a while and buy, certain things. But
run out and get me some hamburger.
Right, yeah, exactly. Last night I went out, as a matter of fact. I was really hungry. My one daughter had cooked dinner, and of course she's not great at cooking dinner. She always cooks the stuff she's comfortable with, which I'm okay with that. It's just that I don't always like to eat that stuff because, it's a pretty commonplace to eat that. It being
salad.
Yeah. It's a mess. You're having ice cubes for dinner. Enjoy. But no.
You want yours thawed?
No, but could you slice it a little thinner for me, please? Yeah. No. So, I went out and got some food to cook, and I got hamburgers and I got steak, and because the steak was on sale, it was $2. I'm like,
oh dear,
I can't fucking pass that up.
Oh, stay away from it.
Well, yeah, it's one of those deals where I knew I was going to have to cook it the next day, but still. Yeah, it had a coupon on it. It was like, it had 6 coupons on it, actually, and it was kind of brown. Yes, I don't know. But no, we had that tonight for dinner, and it was fucking horrible. Anyway, I'm getting ready to throw up from it here in a minute. Just give me a second.
Was it really bad?
No, it was all right. Yeah, it's just the fact that it had gotten to the expiration date being the next day.
Well, nothing wrong with that. The thing I'm worried about is the thing that...
What bothers you most?
Yeah, anytime you pay real cheap.
Yeah.
Real cheap.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with it?
Yeah, exactly. And
if it's not, I understand it. Was it like close by the sale by date?
Yes. Yeah.
Like
today.
Today.
It would have been today. Yeah. So they put a $2 off, and it was $4. So I was like, okay, I'll pay $2 for that. And basically, I had my daughter who cooked dinner tonight just chop it up and put it into a stew. So it was no big deal. But I go out and I get my own stuff, and then I'll cook my own dinners, So I do stuff like that as well. But, for the most part, we all kind of cook, off and on. So, but yeah, man, yeah. It was rather interesting. But yeah, I have a ton of shit coming up. Next semester is going to be very, very interesting because I know I have tons of stuff. So, like, right now I'm under the gun because it's the end of the semester for this semester. Which means, I got a bunch of research papers and stuff that are due. I have one due tomorrow morning that I haven't even started yet. Can you believe that shit? I have not started it yet.
Yes.
And then I bitch at myself, and I'm like, why did I get an 80? Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember now. So, but yeah. So, what else is going on in your life, my friend?
Well, I got to get that real estate course taken up. Today my course expired. I got to get it finished. Even though I don't want to use it, I got to get it done. I just can't let it just go.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Take care of it.
I mean, I have to go take the test twice. Well, no, I have to take a proxy test first. Then I have to go sit for the state boards and pretty much take the same test.
Right, yeah.
And it's like, oh, come on. Oh, well. And every one of these real estate agents I talk to all say the same thing.
Yeah.
You're not going to use any of it once you get out of there.
Exactly. It's like, oh, you're going to use math every day. Fuck you, I am not.
It's just like, okay, you want the house or not? Yes? Okay. You got financing? No?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'll take care of that. I have somebody that I can get you to talk to.
Nowhere am I going to be telling a customer about meets and bounds.
Yeah. I mean, they might. Yeah, but... Yeah.
The customer won't even give a shit.
I know. Well, here's the thing, and this is the weird shit. Like, you might learn something about offsets, like how much to a property line can you actually build something. So you'd be like, okay, I know that information. What I need it for, I have no idea. But then you might get a customer who comes up and is like, I love this house. I really want to build a shed out here. Do you know anything about how far away? And
looks good to me. Go ahead, let's sign a contract.
Yeah, you can tell them what you learned, 10 feet. But that was for the one area, not every area. Right. Other places are different. Like my borough might be different than this other, hamlet or village or city or town or whatever. So it's almost useless. You just know that the information's there, but it's not always guaranteed to be the same for every place, especially real estate. And I promise you, dude, you're gonna get people who are like me, is like, I want to buy this house, but I want to be able to make changes in that basement. Oh, well, the Uniform Construction Code says you can make changes in your basement. It doesn't require a damn thing. You don't have to get any kind of business license or building license or any of that shit. Just go and fucking fix up your basement. Oh, okay, cool. Until somebody comes into my house and it's just like, oh wow, dude, all this stuff that you did you get anybody signed off on it?
Wait a minute, that real estate agent told me.
Exactly. Well, no, my real estate agent was good. She's like, I don't know, you'll have to talk to somebody. So that's what you're going to have to do.
That's exactly what I would do. I don't know, you have to talk to somebody, but
right.
I've seen it done before. Sign here.
Yeah.
That's exactly the way I'm going to treat those issues.
Yeah.
If I go that way.
Yeah.
The couple of negative things about real estate is it's feast or famine.
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
you either go big or go broke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing is it's very competitive.
Yeah.
I don't mind competition. I like competition. I like getting into it.
Right.
But I don't want to spend my whole fucking day
dealing with that shit.
Dealing with this person and what they're selling.
Well, that's the thing, man. If you don't put most of your life into it, it's not going to happen.
Well, I know you've got to put energy into what you're doing.
I mean other stuff too, like somebody says, okay, well, you have to have this many classes before next year so that you can re-up your freaking real estate license. Okay, so what classes do I need to take? Well, you can take these, or you can take those, or you can take those. Fuck, I really don't want to do any of that shit. That's taking up my whole life dealing with not only customers, but now dealing with the fact that I have to do this shit to be able to keep a piece of paper in my pocket. So you either go big or you go broke or you go home. It really comes down to that. I have my wife's cousin, she's really, really good at it. But dude, that shit dominates her life. It really does. She's really, really good at it. As a matter of fact, you guys should really get together and talk.
Well, I don't know if I want to sell houses. I want a 9-to-5 job.
Yeah.
Maybe get me something. I don't know.
That's the thing, though. You can make it 9 to 5. I've known real estate agents that made their life 9 to 5, and they were successful real estate agents. But at the same time, you also have to understand that you can't, I know this is going to come out weird, but you can't half-ass a customer. In other words, they're like, well, we can meet you at 5:30. Oh, okay, well, we'll see if I can make it out then. You know what I mean? You can't go that way. It's either you tell them, listen, I need to meet you at 4 o'clock at this time at this place. And that's the only time we can meet. Or you have to be like, you know what, I'll be there at 5:30. It's all good. You know what I mean? So you're subletting, you really have to kind of stop and say to yourself, what's the possibility that these assholes are going to buy this fucking house? You know what I mean? That's really what it comes down to. And I think my wife's cousin, I think she thought when we saw this house, we were like, I was definitely like, I love it. I want to buy it. Well, my wife was like, I don't know, we need to talk. So I think she got the feeling like maybe it wasn't going to happen. But dude, of course, I'm like, I can fix this shit up. This is perfect. So of course my wife fell in line, but it's really one of those things where you kind of, and dude, you're going to have fucking people that are Debbie Downers all the time. If you watch anything, watch HGTV. I know your wife tends to watch that. Yes. Watch that shit. Yeah, like the house hunters. Watch as the people go in there and they're just like, wow, this kitchen is completely outdated. And it's like, no, it's not completely outdated. They just re-upped the whole fucking thing. It's just a style that you don't like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, fuck you. You've seen my kitchen. You know the fuck my kitchen looks like. I live here. I bought the damn house knowing that the kitchen looks like that. But yeah, it's just one of those things where, hey, it's a project down the line. Fine. You know what I mean? It functions as a kitchen for now. So yeah, I don't. You're going to have people like that. I promise you. People are going to be sticklers, going to be anal, they're going to be assholes.
We'll see which way I go. I just need to go complete it.
Yeah. I think that's
one more thing I want to add. You still have to pay homage and pay fees and dues and stuff to this, that, and the other thing for the first year or so.
Mm-hmm.
I overheard 2 real estate agents talking, and she said, I'm finally done paying all my fees now, and it's like, oh, so my first 2 years I'm an indentured servant,
yes,
huh?
For the most part, yeah.
And another guy that was talking to me about getting into it, he says you really need 6 months of income before you go into it.
Up front?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on. If I had 6 months of income, I wouldn't be looking for another job.
Yeah, you
Okay?
wouldn't be doing this shit. Yeah, exactly. Well, the one thing you can definitely do is part-time or join a team. Join a team at a real estate agency that's sort of getting together and starting themselves out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just using it as a resume enhancement. If something else comes along that helps with it, good.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Oh, there's other stuff, man. Property management. You can go into that.
Yeah.
But you could be like, I have a real estate license. They'll be like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we'll see.
You're like, yeah, fuck them. I don't want to deal with that shit. Screw those assholes. Honestly, man, I look up to you, the fact that you would be able to even start that kind of shit, because that's just, I've seen my wife's cousin do it, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, she knows the ins and outs. She's got everything. She knows the details. And it doesn't seem like it's that difficult, but they make it look like it's not that difficult.
Some people just naturally enjoy, different strokes for different folks.
Right.
The people that really love the real estate are the ones that, have that, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. They have the idea. They got it down pat.
Well, you ready to call it a night, man?
Yeah, I think we can do that. We got a couple of things. I don't have anything else. I just wanted to say that we've been doing some advertising for other people. Before we split, I wanted to be able to play that other commercial. I shall put that one in there. Maybe I'll play a couple on our way out, and we'll do that. And then I'll give you the sign whenever we're... And don't forget, Jive Turkeys Podcast, those guys, listen to them. Coaching for Geeks, of course, listen to them. You can visit us on jeffanddan.com. We are promising to have more live guests come in, not my children, to be on the show. But for right now, we're just holding off on that, which I'll explain later on at some point in time. So let's go with some of these commercials real quick, and then we'll split out of here. You guys give us a minute here.
Are you finding that you need a little tweak in the bedroom?
Well, yeah.
Love life just not the same?
It could be better.
You're going to need to pick up that phone.
Pick up?
And call Adam and Steve Adult Toys.
Adam and Steve?
At Adam and Steve, we have all the great pleasure seekers for you and that significant other.
Oh, tell me more.
We have lubes and lotions, magazines and DVDs, and hundreds of pleasurable sex toys. Would you like to spice everything up?
You bet.
Just give Adam and Steve a call, and you'll be submitted for 3 extra free gifts to make your passion so much hotter.
Oh, I like that.
So imagine tonight when your lover takes you from behind.
Wait, what?
All lubed up and greasy, and thrusts his...
I don't think I like where this is going.
...huge toy into your colon.
Yep, definitely don't like it.
At Adam and Steve, we make every game more pleasurable for the gayest of men.
Wait, hold up. You think I'm gay?
We have hundreds of... Wait, aren't you gay?
Oh, no, not that there's anything wrong with this, but...
Isn't this 121 Courtfield Drive?
Oh, no, that's my neighbor, John. But,
Yes?
he's got a wife and 3 kids.
Really? Someone must be playing a prank here. Sorry.
No worries.
Well, I guess I should leave. This is getting a little awkward.
Yeah, you might wanna...
Adam and Steve, for the ass of your love.
Gentlemen, not sure what manscaping is? At the gym, is your nickname Yeti or Sasquatch? When you make Chewbacca noises, does Han Solo come running? Are gorillas impressed with your body? Does your wife ask you to take off your sweater when you're naked? Could you be mistaken for the pictures of things running through the woods? Does PETA throw red paint on you because you're wearing fur? And ladies, do your breasts look more like coconuts? Do your nipples have their own afros? Has your Brazilian wax become more of a South American wax? Do you have sideburns on your boobs? Does your armpit hair make speed stick slow down? You should come to Hadley Hair Removal Studios because we have a solution for you. Our dedicated technicians have backgrounds in hair removal, tree pruning, and welding, so we know that we can service your needs. Hadley Hair Removal Studio is conveniently located next to the airport right off of Route 30, so no one will hear your screams of enjoyment with our service. Hadley Hair Removal Studio is proudly owned and operated by former Vikings, so we know just what you need. And if you act now, Hadley Hair Removal Studios will deduct 12.8% from your total bill just by suggesting you heard this commercial right here on the Jeff and Dan Show. Hadley Hair Removal Studios. Because if you're not here, you've got hair. Visit us online at www.Hadley Hair Removal Studios. No, not that Hadley Hair Removal Studio, but the one in Hanover, now next to Buddy'sAutoRepair.com.
The all-new A question mark phone. The all-new A question mark phone. Damn it. A question mark phone, son of a bitch. The all-new iPhone X, because we don't need no stinking 9s. With an all-new display that you'll never be able to tell the difference from your iPhone 4. The all-new A question mark phone. Damn it! And with a bigger, less convenient display that opens when trying to get it from your pocket. The A question mark phone. Motherfucker! And now with the horrible new A question mark OS that you're going to despise, removing all simplicity. The all-new iPhone. Updates required. Think expensively.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. So now we're going to go ahead and rock and roll this shit out of here. So, my buddy Dan, take it away.
Hey, it's that time again. First of all, everybody, thank you for tuning in. We do enjoy you stopping by and hanging out with us for the evening. Thanks again. And tune in to us next week at jeffanddan.com. This is Christmas month, of course, so we're going to play some Christmas games next week. We're going to have Christmas snippets, maybe do some Christmas movies and some other Christmas guessing games, maybe some Christmas music. It's Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Now 20% free.
Christmas.
Thank you, everybody, again. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in next week. Until then, have a good night and a great week.